Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. One of my personal favorites is Stephen King's It, which they're making into a movie. Again.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. I am Ben.
I'm PaulsEgo.
Holy shit. Paul, what are you doing here with me?
I don't know.
And I'm TJ.
I'm back.
You could have come up with a way better answer than that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It made you laugh. Fuck you.
The ridiculousness of it made me laugh.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can roll with that. I can be an absurd character when I need to be.
You do go by the, there's no such thing as an unfunny joke, I think.
No, I don't know if I'd go that far, but...
Bad puns.
There's no such thing as a bad pun.
Okay, there you go. That's your philosophy. How do you feel about that, Paul?
What, bad puns?
Yes.
There's no such thing. All puns are inherently awesome.
I love every pun I've ever heard. I've yet to hear something I would call a bad pun.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I fucking love them.
Are you being sarcastic?
No,
Please
I'm being absolutely 100% serious.
Because there are some puns where it's just kind of like wah, 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 you know.
But that's how they're supposed to be. That's the best. Yeah. That's like when it's like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the sound you should hear afterwards, and that should fill your heart with
That's
joy.
what I hear, and it doesn't. I'm like, oh my God, that was so awkward.
Oh, no.
To, witness such a bad pun.
Ben.
Oh, Ben.
You fucking hapless son of a bitch. All right. So we also, I think, we're going to try to get Tim the bartender on here.
You want to get him on now?
Let's see. I mean, if we can.
Of course we can.
Let's see if Tim will join us.
All right.
Me, Ben, and PaulsEgo. And later, we're going to be looking at the results of the ugly PaulsEgo contest.
Oh, man, that's going to be so awesome.
And if Paul commits suicide like Robin Williams after the show.
Oh, you're such an ass.
It's my fault. I'm going to be blamed. I'm just saying. So, Paul, wait at least 2 weeks so that people forgot that this happened.
Yeah.
I don't need that shit.
I have an idea what's coming my way, so I've removed all sharp objects from the house. We're good.
You're good?
Yep.
All right. You're not going to be good after the results come in.
I know.
It's going to be great. Tim the bartender coming on the Drunken Peasants show.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Nothing much, Tim. How you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm excellent. What's up, atheist?
Oh, nothing much. I'm happy to see you, Tim. I mean, after all this time, we've done 3 videos talking about you, and now we finally got you here. So, hey, Ben, man. you had some kind of really racist question to ask him, didn't you?
No, you did.
No. You had some really racist question, I think. What was it?
What do you mean?
I don't know. What was your actual question?
I don't remember.
God damn it, Ben. You're supposed to remember the question we were going to ask Tim.
It was not fucked up, Ben. For real.
No. I'm just fucking with Ben because he's like, we can't say anything that might even come across as a little racist. So I'm just messing with his ass.
Yeah. We're good, man. What's going on, guys?
Oh, nothing much. So I wanted to ask you, God, what was that fucking? There was a moment in one of your videos that I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
I guess
moments, TJ. So many deep moments.
What was with the
profound statements?
So many moments where I think you guys made a real connection, and I saw a spark. a little bit of a spark.
What was with the corduroy thing?
The tight
That's my
corduroys.
number one question. I gotta know.
Man, I was doing. Look, see, the thing you have to realize, TJ and Ben, is that I was in the zone, right?
Right.
I was
I
doing
understand
my
the
best-
zone.
my
I
best
actually do
Bernie
understand what
Mac,
you're talking
man.
about there.
That was like
You know.
Bernie Mac / Tim Black / Reverend Al Sharpton, like all in one.
I don't know if I'd put you quite up there, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. You know, you can. I understand the zone thing because I mean I've gotten into the zone every now and then where it's like boom, 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 boom. So
Right.
and then you just start adding superfluous details just to make it seem like you have like a superior grasp of what's going on.
Exactly. And see, it worked because you thought I actually knew something about your wardrobe. When I fucking don't. I don't.
It's not even close. Well,
Okay.
maybe a little bit.
I mean,
it's more like a leotard. You know?
I will be
Leotard.
honest. I will be honest. I get in the zone too, where I, every once in a while, as I'm ripping into somebody, I drop an obvious homoerotic statement. So,
Oh, shit.
I understand the corduroy thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I could be
first
like-
thing I got to do, man, is I got to thank you guys. Look, thank you, TJ. Thank you, Ben, for allowing me to be on the platform with you guys, man.
Yeah, sure.
Some
No, I
cool
mean, we didn't-
shit.
Yeah.
You are
we ain't got no
officially
problem.
cool motherfuckers, man.
Oh, that's
Okay, because I think your black card has to be taken away for being on the show. Because you said if black people even watch the show, their black
Right.
card has to be taken away. So for being on the show, I think you are now officially white just for being on the show.
I would be an honorary white man. That's true.
Hey, you know another thing? When you were talking about us living in the Midwest, I mean, it's like I kind of feel like you were picturing like a bunch of like
Are we
white
like some
farmers
Green
on
Acres
tractors
motherfuckers?
and shit,
Yeah.
like chewing on like hay seeds. And...
Yeah, I did that kind of picture. You was like somewhere, maybe Kentucky, maybe I don't know,
No.
Nebraska. Some
We're
shit
like we're in Columbus, Ohio, so I mean, like there's.
Okay.
It's not. It's like a city setting. We're
Yeah,
not. We're
most-
not. We're not like a bunch of country bumpkins.
Yeah.
But you
no,
know what
not
it
at all.
was? This is what it was. Like the first time my picture popped up on the screen, you were like, "Oh shit, he's black."
Oh,
So that gave
Well.
me the impression that you weren't used to seeing a lot of black people. And if
No,
you're not, like,
he's-
in the Midwest, you could probably
No.
go like a month
That
without
was-
seeing a black dude.
no way. Not here where we live.
No.
No, not at all.
That was just me. Just be like I was just trying to like
also,
play with racial sensitivity.
TJ's from like the New Orleans area.
Right.
Oh
So
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I grew up like like a 45-minute drive from Detroit. So
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all
and
need to-
Paul
Yeah, y'all
Paul
need
has
to
actually
think-
never seen a black man though.
No.
I've never seen.
He's
I've never
isolated.
actually seen one in the flesh, but I have seen them on the internet.
So you ever been with a black woman?
Well, I haven't never seen a black person before, sir. That would be kind of hard.
They say
No,
once you go black, you never go back. So I was just checking.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, right?
Very sweet juice.
What juice are they talking about there, by the way? I've always wondered.
Grape juice. That would be grape juice, TJ. Yeah.
That was Paul. But yeah.
That was Paul. Oh, that's Paul.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Paul?
Yeah.
Nice to
There's-
meet you, Tim.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet
this
you
is
too.
PaulsEgo. He's been around on YouTube for a long time.
Okay.
And we
Okay, that's-
we recently had a contest to see who could draw Paul the ugliest, and we'll be showing those pictures later.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because
Fantastic.
Paul was complaining because like a lot of people send in like art to our show and shit,
Right.
and apparently every time anyone's ever drawn Paul was dissatisfied with how he was drawn and felt that his pictures were very unflattering. So I told people that I would give a $25 Amazon gift card to whoever drew the most unflattering picture of Paul, and we got quite a few entries. So many that we can't even show them all.
Gotcha.
But we'll show quite a few.
That's
And
cool as shit, man. You guys
Yeah.
are so big that you can have like a raffle and shit. I couldn't do that with my amount of subs. I don't have enough people.
well, how many you averaging? How many views you averaging per video?
Shit, perfect. You know what? I do news events, right? So
Right.
it
Yeah.
depends on the news cycle.
Right, I
sure.
get that. Yeah.
I'm really beholden to that shit. So like right now, we're talking about what's going on in Ferguson, Missouri.
Right.
Yeah, we were we were thinking about talking about that in a little bit here too.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll hold my fire on that then. But based on that, I'm doing pretty well right now. But next week I could be fucked. So, you know.
Yeah, I kind of understand that to an extent because I don't know. I don't really tether myself so much to like current events as much anymore because it is so volatile like that. Yeah. Where like one day you're like, oh my god, I'm getting so many views, making so much money, and the next day it's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Maybe if I go dance on the street corner with a hat out, people will take pity on me and throw nickels in that motherfucker.
Maybe if I wear my wife's underwear and twerk in front of the camera.
I did that.
Yeah, I know.
I know, right? I'll do anything.
You gotta do, man. I mean,
you gotta in this game, right? Yeah.
You gotta keep the steaks in the freezer, man. What I do is I just find obscure shit that I think people might want to see. Like I got one video. It's kind of sad. It's one of my most popular videos. It's a guy who was caught having sex with a dog 6 times.
6 times?
6 times.
No, but that wasn't the guy. We covered a story about a guy who had sex with a raft like 3 times. It was like an inflatable raft.
What's worse, having sex with a dog or having sex with a raft?
A dog.
But at least a dog is a biological organism.
That's what I would say.
So you could at least...
No.
But, like, you could at least see that, though.
And that's why that would be rape.
Right,
like,
but I mean, I agree with you, but, like, at least you're fucking a living thing.
No, but that doesn't make it better.
But I'm saying, like, from the perspective of, like,
no.
understandability. Like, who fucks a raft?
All right.
You know? I mean, like... There's
I would rather fuck a raft than
But
a
how
dog.
would you even get hard to fuck a raft?
I don't know, but I'd rather fuck a raft than a dog.
You could fuck... Ben, I know
couch.
you fuck dogs for a fact, Ben. Don't even lie.
Fuck you.
But yeah, that goes to show you how good my base is because that's got like over 100,000 views. So that's, yeah.
You think he would give up with the dog fucking after the 3rd or 4th time getting caught? How do you even get caught that much?
How do you even
dog?
get close to a dog after you fucked a dog that many times?
The thing about this shit was the guy, they thought he may have been molesting their child. He was like a roommate. And one of the roommates had a child, and the child was acting kind of funny, so they set up cameras in the house to try to catch him to see if he was doing something to the child. Turns out he wasn't messing with the child, he was messing with the dog.
I bet you the child watched, and that was what was fucking him up.
There you go. Something like that.
See, there we go. It all fits together like puzzle pieces. Paul, you want to jump in on this?
Well, you asked, how do you even, like, find 6 dogs to fuck? And I'm telling you, there's a lot of dogs out there, as I've heard, that are totally into being fucked.
They're into it.
They're into it. They'll flaunt it right in front of you, walking around with that sweet, tight corduroy ass.
I just saw a poodle in corduroys, and Paul was staring at its ass, and that was weird. I didn't need that visual, Paul. Thanks.
It's actually pretty sad, though, man. I mean, I think your earlier question, I think fucking the raft is better just because it's not rape. Because the raft
right. I mean, let me just change the way I'm phrasing it. Because I understand, like, from a moral perspective, why fucking a dog is easily way worse than fucking a raft. But just from, like, a perspective of me, like, relating to what's going on.
Are
like,
you about to talk about Diogenes and shit, man?
No. I'm just saying that I understand someone fucking a dog better than I understand someone fucking a raft. Yes. Okay. We're still talking about it.
Man, there's some weird shit,
you talking
man.
about? Atheists?
Atheists. You need to incorporate that line, man.
Now, so Tim, I got a question for you. This is Paul.
What up, homie?
So I'm not exactly sure what's going on here because I thought there was going to be a little bit of acrimony between you guys. You seem to be pretty cool with Ben and TJ now.
I mean, you know, look, man. I made a video. I disagree with him about that video. That's what it was, dude. I watch the Atheist sometimes. I watch TJ sometimes, and I told my subs, I said, look, I'm going to start making bash videos about certain YouTubers that I watch, introduce them to you, and I'm just going to take a video I disagree with and talk about it. So the first video I did was Alex Jones, right?
Right.
And he did something about chemtrails or some shit. Second video I did TJ. And I haven't done any more because I don't want no drama. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's what happened, man.
And by the way, Tim, we said that anyone that flagged you is a piece of shit, honestly.
Yeah.
We don't endorse anyone flagging anyone.
Right.
Yeah, we're totally against that.
You know, and you know, thanks for that. I appreciate it because I know you didn't have to say that shit. You could have just said, well, he got himself in some shit. Now he got to get himself out. So I appreciate
No. I don't believe anyone's channel deserves to be flagged for that. I mean, like, you know, that's petty bullshit. I mean, you know, fuck that.
Right. But they, you know, they took it personal, man. I mean, look, man, I said some harsh shit.
Yeah.
So they took
it's all just fucking wrestling trash talk, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like we gotta do the fucking
Tim,
show.
we'll see you at SummerSlam.
And actually, man, I know they want to see me mix it up, but I really don't have a problem. I mean, the gay jokes, you guys, you do your thing. That's your lane. That's your lane. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't have a problem, man. I mean, you know what? Seems like you might. Fight, man. We supposed to fight it out.
Seems like you might have a little problem with people being gay.
Oh no, I don't. Actually, this is the way I look at it, man. How could I have a problem with something that's none of my fucking business?
Well, you did. I mean, you did in your video put a picture of, you know, and I remember your intonation too. Very Baptist preacher. We don't fuck other men in the ass.
That's true. But just because I'm not pro-gay doesn't mean I'm anti-gay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
so you're saying you're like gay neutral.
No, man. Look. I don't care who you spend time with or what you do, as long as it doesn't affect anybody else. I'm sort of like, I guess you say I'm more of a libertarian when it comes to that.
Like live and let live kind of shit.
Yeah, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when TJ kind of brought it up and was kind of coming at me with it, I said, well, this is the road we need to go down in order to keep this shit entertaining. Let me just pull it out. And that last video, dude, that was me playing a character all the way.
You even
preacher Westboro shit. So
you even came on at the end out of character and talked about it. So I mean, I think that was pretty cool.
I'm
right,
sorry
so
I'm disappointing folks when not being more pissed off.
No, you're fine.
No, you're all good. Don't worry about that. It's better to show them that fucking people can get along rather than just delivering on their worst expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, they want the blood though.
They want the blood.
They want carnage.
They want the blood. TJ versus Tim in an epic blood match.
I mean, I
Thunderdome
heard saying like, "Yo, this is gonna be the biggest shit since like a long fucking time on YouTube. This shit right here is gonna be like pay-per-view." People were saying that.
No. That's just
they were saying that, man.
Actually, ironically enough, later on we're going to cover a story where this YouTube guy wants to do a pay-per-view cage fight with TJ.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let's actually get started on those news stories.
Cool.
Why don't we cover the one that Tim was talking about earlier first?
Okay.
We can do that.
Let's hear what he has to say.
All right. I'll bring it up here. All right. Let's see. All right, here we go.
A night of pure chaos.
This is your warning. Leave the area. Disperse.
People pushing the limit with police.
None of y'all be man enough to stand up here. One black man.
Racial tensions and nerves on edge. Even an officer we caught on camera gave in to his rage, calling protesters animals. Listen.
Bring it. Are you bring it.
Many
hold
are
on.
angry.
So I love how they're acting like that's not just how a lot of cops already just act like that. They're like, it even drove this officer to the breaking point. Like, no, that's probably just his personality all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Do you not know any fucking cops?
They normalize it. This cop was driven to release a little bit of his rage. You know, like he holds no culpability in what he said.
Right. I mean, I look at it on the other side too. I mean, who knows how long he been out there hearing all types of shit for like hours, like, you fucking pig, you piece of shit, you know, and maybe he just snapped. He had a snapping point. Like when I'm driving in my car, somebody cuts me off, I might say some things I don't normally would say, but when you're pissed off, you say shit. So I leave room for him being a
I
human
would say
being,
though,
too.
I would say though that if you're a cop, like, you have to put your temper aside. I mean, you have to have sort of an objectivity towards the situation. Like, I have my brother Scotty's a hothead, and he has that same shit in traffic where it's like, someone cuts him off or somebody's like, wish I had a gun right now so I kill that motherfucker. But but I mean, it's a good thing that he doesn't have a gun. It's a good thing that he's not a officer of the law designated with protecting the populace, because he's a hothead. And this guy, I think that if he can't handle a situation that a police officer is supposed to handle, then without cracking and saying something that is supposedly out of character.
And I have to question his choice of words too. Why didn't he just call them like motherfuckers or something? Why did he call them animals? That's a very interesting choice of words to use.
I think that's at the root of this entire thing. I think that's the nerve that's gotten struck here, is that there is this kind of racism in this deep South area of the cops against these minority communities, and I think that's why he called them animals.
Yeah,
and this whole shit bubbling over, the way it's bubbled over, guys, I look at it like this is the thing that tipped it over. There's probably been underlining things that have happened for years.
Well, I know one thing that underlies this problem is that in this particular town, Ferguson, Missouri, black people are twice as likely to be arrested on a traffic stop as white people. So there's a pattern of racism in the police department there that's already been established prior to these events.
Right, and lack of diversity is another thing. I mean, they've got 53 officers and only 3 of them are African American, but it's a predominantly black area. So you got to kind of mix it up and bring some familiar faces in in the situation. That would help. Doesn't mean that it would change everything, because blue is a color too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you would hope that the people that, and this just is me, maybe I'm fucking crazy, you would hope that the police would be representative and actually come from the communities that they police. Then they own a stake in that community.
True.
You know what I mean? Then we're not bussing people in from outside to run around in a community enforcing the law that they don't come from, they have no stake in.
Right.
So
none of this shit.
There's a lot of shit about this case, man. That's sad. For one, there's no dash cam footage. I was pressing for dash cam footage. Like, when that comes out, we can just put this thing to bed. But in Ferguson, they're not required to have dash cams. So what's that about?
There is video footage though of the victim in the street, and his family running up to him and stuff like that. So there's definitely video footage.
Yeah, but it's after the fact though. I mean, it's not what led up, and that's what I'm losing subs now because I'm on the side of the victim. In this case, I see it as being the kid that was killed. I call it an execution. And
but I mean,
the fact that we don't see what transpires before the guys in the street, they're pissed off that I'm choosing sides. But in my opinion, if you shoot an unarmed kid who's a distance from you, then you're wrong.
Right, I agree with you there. And the thing about it is that we've covered so many stories just here on the Drunken Peasants of cops killing people for no good reason. So this happens all the time, all across America. I mean, there have been times where we haven't gone a week without covering a story or two about police shootings or police corruption. And the real problem is, like, none of this shit would be happening if these police departments just had the slightest bit of repercussions for officers who fucking do this shit.
Yeah, we actually covered a story out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I used to live, where probably about 5 heavily armed officers, almost like with military weaponry, gunned down a guy with a pocket knife.
Right.
And then they shoot him with beanbag guns after they already shot him.
Yeah, he's dead. Now we'll use the non-lethal measures.
Right.
Like, okay.
It seems to be getting out. And my question always is it just getting out of hand now, or is it just now that we have all this oversight with all this video? Are we just now learning how brutal police can be to people?
Well, you know what it really is after 9/11, all this strengthening of law enforcement was legislated, and now every fucking police department is a SWAT team with tanks and fucking military grade weaponry.
That's what I think is the most profound thing to come out of this story, is the militarization of the police force. You see snipers and shit perched up. You see these armored vehicles and cops in full soldier regalia. I mean, that type of shit. Is that what we need?
I mean, like,
No,
look. I mean, if when these. I mean, like, we used to have SWAT teams to go into, like, a hostage situation or something like that. Now they fucking send SWAT teams to serve warrants, to search premises for drugs. I mean, it's not necessary. It's fucking overkill. You don't need a fucking army of fucking guys brandishing assault rifles just to serve a fucking warrant.
While they're in there looking for drugs, they're like, oh, there's a fucking chihuahua. I better shoot it before it bites me.
Yeah, they're always shooting people's dogs.
Yeah.
Flash banging people's kids.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of, like you say, not since 9/11, the militarization of the police force, and then just the fact that we have access to all this shit. I mean, dude, I think it's always been here. It's just now that the way communication is spread out and you get things right away, via the internet, that we're able to know about this stuff.
Yeah. And there's no civilian oversight either for these cops.
There you go. But yeah, I remember that story about New Mexico. That was sad. If I'm not mistaken, that guy in New Mexico, he was like, his crime was he was
sleeping in the hills.
desert or some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's an
Camping out
area
without a license or something.
Yeah, there's an area between like the regular city and then there's the foothills. And there's a lot of fancy homes up in the foothills, but there's also a lot of just empty dirt, and he was just sleeping up there. And that's basically what he did.
And for that, he earned a death sentence.
Yeah.
From Albuquerque's police department.
Which has killed more people than New York City's police department, not even per capita, just, more people in general. You're talking
I did
like
a story on that, and I know they said, well, it's because they recently fired their chief, their commissioner got a new one. And I remember him saying, well, we have a lot of mentally impaired folks. I'm like, shit, New York's got a lot of mentally impaired folks.
They got more, just in general.
Hell, my family's got a lot of mentally impaired folks.
There you go.
Someone argued that I'm among them.
The whole state of New Mexico only has like 2.5 million people. The city of New York itself has way more than that. Yeah. So
doesn't make sense.
Multiple times more than that. So yeah,
all right. Let's play some more of the story.
About what witnesses say was an unprovoked attack on an unarmed teenager. Michael Brown, shot and killed Saturday by a Ferguson police officer. We watched as a struggle played out Sunday night. Some protesters who took to the streets trying to keep the peace while taking a stand against police.
This is really a peace march. It's nothing to start to hurt a police officer. This is all about peace.
It's not a peace march anymore. I mean, you hear what's happening. You see these confrontations between people and police officers.
Yes, and it done got outrageous.
Others who simply came to cause trouble.
All right, police are still stationary right now, but I want to show you what's happening over at that JC Wireless. People broke through the glass, and right now you can see people running in and out, apparently looting that store.
Hey, look, I told people, I said, look, man, there are people who will take advantage of a situation regardless. So you cannot... Let's separate the idiots who are breaking in and stealing shit. Let's separate them from the kid that's dead because he didn't have anything to do with them looting.
Let's also separate them from the protesters who are not doing anything like that.
There you go.
These people.
How about we not mention them at all and focus our attention where it really needs to be, on the fucking cops?
Well, I mean, they're the ones who are being used. They're the ones who are being used to justify the police presence there, though.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, if there weren't people that were doing this shit like looting and fucking setting shit on fire, then there would be no justification for those cops to even be there, really.
They'd be there anyway.
They sure would be, but...
I guess the cops were a little too busy, calling protesters animals and firing tear gas at them.
Right, they're not even...
These people...
They're not even stopping the looting. They're just standing around like we're here to contain the protest.
They're doing it in front of a fucking news camera. Right. If they're gonna, Why wouldn't there be any cops there to see that?
Every single one of those people is going to get arrested, though, because they're all being filmed doing it. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe
it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, it'll happen. They're gonna put out mugshots on all of them.
You think so?
Yeah, they do that.
And
That's their
but you know
standard
what
policy.
though? Even though I'm against the looting, I gotta say this, man. If you know they're filming this shit. You know that there's newscasters in the area filming it. You know it's a likelihood you could get caught. So I'm thinking the people that are going in there who are stealing stuff, knowing that the odds are against them, they must be pretty bad off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know the economics in Ferguson, but it's got to be a reason why you would risk going to jail for a pair of shoes.
Right.
Instead of saying, let's criminalize you for that, let's also look at the reason why somebody would have a mentality that their freedom isn't worth a pair of shoes.
Right, which is why, you know, I'm saying why even show the fucking looting at all? What you're seeing is desperation.
Because the
poverty.
movie doesn't work, man. The movie don't work without the bad guy, and they got to have a bad guy, and the bad guys are those looters.
It should be the police.
Yeah, the bad guys, to my mind, are definitely the police department. I think that most of America views the police department as the bad guys in this story.
Yeah. Basically, the looters are like, meanwhile.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
In some other location.
Yeah.
Cell phone video captures the frenzy of stores being looted. Some people threw rocks and bottles. The sound of gunshots rang out several times Sunday night. We had to take cover. All of this started as a peaceful march Sunday for Michael Brown's family.
You took my son away from me. You know how hard it was for me to get him to stay in school and graduate? You know how many black men graduate? Not many. Because you bring them down to this type of level where they feel like I don't got nothing to live for anyway. They're going to try to take me out anyway.
What is... okay, yeah, like, I feel bad for her and everything, but what the fuck is that guy doing to her?
I don't know. I
You
was
mean
just
the guy
wondering what the fuck
holding
she
her?
was...
Yeah.
That's her husband or boyfriend or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Like,
I was just wondering what the hell she was wearing, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I should be focused on loftier things, but Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, you're the fashion police now, huh?
Yes,
TJ?
I am. Put a shirt on or something.
I'm kind of split on this on her statement, dude. You can't say that kids don't stay in school because they don't think they're gonna live. Some kids are just there are some kids I guess that would apply to, but I think some of the shit that kids go through who are in these type of environments is the lure of the street. You know, it's a lot of shit. It's our movies, it's our TV, it's our music, it's drugs, it's hanging out with your friends, it's being rebellious, being a teenager. It's not just, well, cops are trying to kill me. You know?
Right, exactly.
But, you know what I'm saying?
She's definitely taking a very like oversimplified, dramatic kind of stance on it. I mean, well, it's kind of understandable in her position, though.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, you're
But I
absolutely
mean,
right.
I kind of agree with you on the allure of the streets thing, especially if you're in like a really impoverished area where the criminals really are the ones who have the most success, that are the most easily accessible role model that you can take a look at. You know.
Right, and it's just that I don't expect her to like articulate that. So I'm not knocking her for it. I'm just saying there's other reasons for it, you know. But hell, man, her son got murdered.
Right,
So,
exactly. So you got to give her
She
some
gets a pass
slack.
all day. She
Sure.
gets a pass from me on her statement.
Yeah.
Of course. I think all of us would agree with that. All right, so let's. Is there any more, Ben?
Yeah, there's more.
Let's take a
couple
look.
minutes.
Yeah.
Victim's friend says they were walking together when Brown was stopped by a police officer. Witnesses say the teen had his hands in the air at the time he was shot and killed. But police tell a different story, that Brown instigated the altercation, physically assaulting the officer while in his car and struggling to take his gun.
Which
The
is why
unanswered-
we need national legislation saying that cops have to wear fucking cameras already. Let's stop with this disputed, the witnesses say this, the cops say that.
Right.
And fucking put a camera on every cop.
I think they said
I'm
that,
sure there were cameras. Yeah, like where is the footage from the camera?
Right. The problem I've seen is all the footage I see is after. You know what I'm saying? It's after he's outside the car and away from the car. Cops keep saying something happened before that. That's what I can't get a picture of. I can't see it. So,
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to
Yeah,
determine.
I mean,
but
you got to
but I
draw
mean-
a conclusion, you know?
Yeah, but who the fuck would reach into a moving cop car and try to grab a gun from a cop? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
He was high on the crack.
yep. That's what TJ's on. That's why he rocks back and forth so
Where the
much.
fuck did my phone go, Ben? You steal my phone again?
Yeah.
You're always taking my shit.
There's a lot of interesting pictures on it.
There definitely are. Keep going.
He was supposed to start college like Monday.
Wow.
This happened
Well-
on Friday. His first day of class was going to be Monday. So I don't know if I don't know if you can say what was on his mind was fighting a cop that Friday.
And trying to grab his gun. I don't know.
Actually, was it Saturday? I'm getting mixed
I think
up.
it was Saturday.
It was
I
a
think it said
Saturday. My
Saturday.
bad. Yeah, Saturday.
Doesn't matter. It happened, and it was very recent.
I just want to let you know, Tim, that in our chat room, our audience is saying that you're very seductive. And I just want to let you know. All right.
Questions sparked
Yeah, if
people
they ever
to take
remake
action.
Shaft again,
We out here,
you
we
can
hold
have
it down
roll.
for the community. Caucasian, African American, Asian, everyone. It doesn't matter what color you are. Get out here and support your people.
Police made several arrests, several hours of insanity, for the moment distracting from the greater call for justice.
Yeah, some of the arrests they made were of journalists who were trying to cover the event.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right about
Antonio, one of the I did a video just yesterday. One of the reporters was Antonio French, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think, yeah, and I meant to mention him. So any of my subs are watching, I want to mention that. I mean, they grabbed up these reporters for what? Filming them in a McDonald's, not moving fast enough.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
mean,
big
this was
write-up for it. Yeah.
it was basically just like, let's intimidate these reporters so that maybe they'll be too scared to cover what we're doing here.
They've got footage of the cops firing tear gas at Al Jazeera, the newscast.
Are they like on paid administrative leave right now, like that typical bullshit?
I don't even think that anything has come
no.
to that.
No.
Who's that? You mean the actual cop who shot Michael Brown, or you mean?
Yeah,
who?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's one officer. Dude, that case is so screwed up, man. First of all, I listened to the 911 tapes from the dispatch. The officer who shot Mike Brown never even called it in.
Aren't you supposed to do that?
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you fire your weapon, you're supposed to call it in. The cops at dispatch didn't find out about it until it was on the news.
Wow.
It's kind of like Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney, he shot his friend in the face with a shotgun, and no one knew about it until it was on the news already.
Yeah, but he was embarrassed, though. That's a little different.
Oh, he blushed. He was
Blushed
blushing.
a little. Aw.
He's never going to live that shit down, man.
No, definitely not.
I would say that he won't have to live that shit down, but the man is a cyborg, and
He'll live longer than all of us.
Yeah,
He
he's
can
gonna
never-
outlive
he-
me.
When the Rob Zombie song is like, I can never die, they were talking about Dick
Yeah.
Cheney. He's
Yep.
immortal. He cannot be killed. He's had like 12 heart attacks. None of them have killed him.
God's like, damn, I keep trying to get rid of him. I can't.
Luke, tell your sister that you are right.
Okay. So what's next, Ben?
Okay.
Do you want to do the contest now?
Yeah, we can do that. Tim, but before we go in, I just want to know, Tim,
Yeah, what's up?
how do you feel about G-Man?
Hey, I think he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting guy.
We agree.
I'm a whole look. If he sounds like he wants to antagonize me for some reason.
Yeah. I don't think he likes you very much.
That's fine.
I don't know.
And if he's got a problem, well, we can always debate about it. That's no problem.
Yeah,
His problem was he's really worried about it. I don't think anybody else in the room is even concerned with this question. But G-Man's big question is, are you a Christian? And if you are a Christian, represent yourself that way.
Oh, you mean like him coming on the show where we talk about anal sex? Like,
Yeah.
No, man. Put it this way. I haven't been to church in I can't remember the last time. I stopped going when I was a teenager, and I was kind of saving this because I made a video about it. I wanted to upload this tonight to tell people the backstory. I'm gonna just put it this way, man. I don't care what his denomination is, more power to him. Don't tell me how to live. I won't tell you how to live. And I just wish that we could, like, you know, I'm about freedom. So I'm about freedom of religion and freedom not to have one, and freedom like me to be tired of that shit and don't even want to, you know, go there. So as long as he's cool with that, I'm cool with him.
He's probably not cool.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that,
He's one of the, like, he lives in Jersey, like really close to New York, and he's one of those guys standing like in Times Square with a Bible yelling at everybody. You know, he's one of those kind of guys.
Yeah, he's fucked up. I mean, you know, but hey, he's preaching. And hell, man, if God told him to preach, well, hell, go ahead and preach.
We get along with him. There was one night I got drunk and yelled at him because he was defending slavery in the Bible. He thinks slavery in the Bible's okay.
What?
Yeah. He believes that the slavery in the Bible is different than the slavery that's occurred in other parts of history, and it's okay if God said it was okay.
No,
so I kind of lost it on him.
Dude, you know, he has to. My thing with religion is, in order for it to work, you got to be a hypocrite on a lot of levels.
Yeah,
and you got to kind of. I mean, so I understand what he's trying to say, but yeah, if he could go back in time, he would see that being in slavery was never good for anyone if you were the slave.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There was never a time where it's like, man, I am so relieved that I am a slave.
Yeah, this is good shit.
Thank God for that.
Free lodging.
Did he say it was like fluffy, cushy?
Yeah, he said it was kind and gentle slavery.
Kind and gentle slavery.
All the sex I want, and I don't even have to look for a partner. They just pair me up with somebody.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
That's the old school.
All
love
my
connection.
concerns are taken care of.
No child support. It's good shit.
Right. All right, so we're going to show some entries.
Let's go ahead and take ourselves off the screen so we can more fully. Well, I guess we'll have to anyway.
Yeah, we're going to have to do this so that everyone can see.
Oh,
Tim, can you see the screen that we're sharing right now?
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yourself?
I got you. I can see myself, and I see Paul.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to bring up the draw PaulsEgo ugly, whatever the contest was.
Ugly Paul contest.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Am I prepared for this?
You're good, Paul.
Prepared to be faced with all my flaws in front of a live studio audience.
Nothing could be worse than what you look at in the mirror every morning, Paul.
That is true. You have a point.
What? All right, here we go. So, all right, here we go. So,
Okay,
some of them are better than others, okay?
Yeah,
this is just
one
a
I think
quick
is kinda
sketch.
Dapper. I think that one's okay.
Yeah,
Paul-
that's not too bad. You look kind of retarded, but
Paul,
A little
you're like
bit.
Sloth from the fucking Goonies.
Right.
Your
Which
eyes, they don't
I can
match
live
at
with.
all.
by the way, we cannot control when these come up and off the screen. So like,
Yeah, we're just going to let them go.
each one is just going to be on the screen for like 30 seconds or
So
so.
what would? Oh, okay. So here's Paul as a bullfrog because Paul was like, "Why do I always have to look like a motherfucking bullfrog every time?" I don't know.
Yeah,
So they-
that last picture was pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
And if you
that's
really look at this one of my eyes is higher than the other one. So
Yeah, that's true. They have a
do
point.
I love you, junk.
I don't know.
love
With this, it's kind
disgusting
of lazy
water.
though. It's just.
yeah, I mean. This
All right.
one-
Oh,
this one
here's
doesn't take
Paul
much.
bathing in Lake Erie, infecting the town of Toledo, Ohio,
Oh,
with his
there we go.
nasty algae swamp taint.
They just made
Yes.
your body Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
which is strikingly accurate as well.
Do you
I'm a
wear the
little
gold
less hairy
chains?
than Carl, but oh man, if I had a little more chest hair, I'd rock all kinds of gold chains. I'd just let them nestle in there. But I like
They're
this
trying
one
to catch
too.
a catfish.
This one I like a
Catfish.
lot because there's a satisfying tinge of green. Oh,
Beware my jowls.
What is going on? What's going on with your nipples?
why are my nipples crying blood?
Because they have to look at your fucking jowls all day.
That's what I like. I like this one.
This is a good one. What am I eating?
I don't know. It looks like you're eating shit or you're puking. Either one of those. I
And
don't
then
know.
there's the giant belly and then a tiny little nubbin of a penis.
This I don't even know what's going on with this one.
This says I love Brett Keane.
XOXO.
Yeah, you know,
it's a horrible drawing.
Yeah. Well, be nice, TJ. Be nice.
It's fucking horrible.
Do
they actually think they were going to win the $25 with that shit?
But once again, notice, and this is a flaw I didn't know I had, one eye higher than the other.
Every time.
Apparently I'm a little Google-eyed and I don't know it.
What's wrong with you?
All right. 10 out of 10 would draw again.
Yeah.
By Evan, age 13.
We laughed really hard at this one.
That one is pretty goddamn good.
Would draw again. Did you like Paul? Did you like drawing PaulsEgo? Would you draw him again? Yes. 10 out of 10. I would draw him again.
Every time. One of the best things I've ever drawn.
This one's not very disgusting, though.
No. It looks like something out of like River City Ransom or like. Yeah.
Here we go. The only problem is that doesn't even look like you at all.
Paul, you fill out that shirt really well.
What's with the hair? Your hair is not black.
And why does it look like something's been chewing on my arm? Like, what the fuck is wrong with that? Like, I've got varicose veins all over me. I've got, like, pink eye.
I think you're just high. You've just been smoking a lot.
Maybe.
That's pretty
and why do I have a banana, by the way?
Yeah, well, you know.
You have it in this one, too.
Here, TJ.
But you say here, TJ.
Look at your hand.
Okay. Got it.
What is wrong with your fucking hand? Look at it.
Your hand is just a single string that it emits from your fucking cheek.
The goddamn travesty that is my face, and you're worried about the crudely drawn hand. Look at this thing.
A number of chins you got going on there. It's interesting.
I've got quadruple chins.
I only count triple. What?
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 Oh, hold on.
I don't even.
Oh, yeah.
That's not even. That doesn't not even close.
I would like.
That?
Is this like Andy Warhol or something like that? What's going on?
It's like a very unconventional interpretation of Paul.
Yeah, and I'm wearing super tight corduroys. I don't know if anybody knows.
Yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's where I got the corduroy thing from.
You look all bitten up again too, though.
I do.
Paul is in the oven. He's getting baked.
As a Harlequin
TJ,
fetus.
you made this, didn't you?
Yeah,
you made this shit.
And once again, one eye higher than the other. This one is pretty tough to beat. I mean,
yeah, I mean that's skill. Who did that?
No.
That's
it's like
gross.
It's like an epic oil painting or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It looks like someone really put like some serious effort into that one.
Yeah.
And here's Paul as a trans woman.
There you go.
Nice rack, Paul.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Are your boobs that big in real life, Paul?
Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty accurate representation of me in a wig, makeup, and bra. So I've got to give them to it.
And you would know because that's your Saturday night.
Yes.
Are you attracted to yourself, Paul?
I am. Only when I'm done up like this.
Here's
though.
PaulsEgo swamp taint.
Oh man.
Swamp
wreck.
Swamp taint.
That's creative, though. That's creative.
Well, I asked Paul on the last show. He said, he was at work. It was really hot. I asked him if he had swamp ass. He's like, more like swamp taint. So that's where that whole thing came from. And he is now like Swamp Thing. You know what? This
I love this one.
I would say this one is our runner up for the winner right here.
Oh
yeah!
Jesus.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah, isn't that
this
awesome?
Looks like something that could be in that American Splendor comic.
Yeah.
There's flies flying around you like you're just like a piece of shit or something.
And I'm just covered in like unpopped whiteheads. Like I don't even give a fuck. Like I just go out in public with whiteheads all over my neck.
Looks like you got a case of the Ebola.
Oh God. So someone made you John Cena.
Of course.
Paul Cena. Yeah.
I don't even watch wrestling, so.
Yes, you do.
Sorry, guys. Yes,
you
I
watch
do.
so much wrestling.
And I love Cena.
Oh, well, you're garbage then. I'll tell you what, though. How accurate is that, Paul? Would you say,
The physique is a little off.
Little off?
Just a little. You're more muscular, right?
Yeah. He's putting in work in the gym, though. He's getting big, so I give him that. But
Birds.
I don't even understand this.
I like how your eyes are just bleeding, and then again, another eye higher than the other one.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that binds all these pictures together.
It really does.
That's the one trait everyone seems to agree on. Paul's eyes are uneven.
Yeah, worryingly enough, even the ones that are just Photoshop pictures of my actual face. My eye is higher than the other one. Oh,
Paul's-
man.
Here's you as a juggalo, Paul.
I'm down
God.
with the clown.
Am I shoving?
then-
Wait a minute. Am
and
I
Brett
shoving
King.
a juggalo in my own ass?
Yes, you are.
I think it might actually be Shaggy Too Dope. being
I
shoved
think
in
you're
your
actually
ass.
shoving Shaggy Too Dope up your ass while wearing a Brett Keane shirt.
A Brett Keane shirt. Wow.
And he says that your pig hat is also Brett Keane. Now, this is another good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I don't know if it's insulting enough, though.
No.
Shit.
Yeah, see, that one's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Dude,
It's,
that's got to be your new avatar right there. That's nice.
Yeah, they
I like how
they-
your mouth is open and you're drooling.
Yeah, he's a mouth.
I mean,
he's a
that's,
mouth breather.
that's the only thing that this one's missing. It's just not disgusting, you know.
Yeah, it's not disgusting enough, you know? It needs
Yeah,
more
it's, it's too flattering. Too flattering.
There we go.
Way too
Zigo
far.
the Hut.
Zigo the Hut.
Zigo the Hut. How did I miss this one? Each on a one upon a no no.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, Paul, you like pulled that out of your ass like so quickly.
I did.
Whoa.
Voice changer.
That was good.
They-
Pug's ego. They tried to make you look like a pug, but instead you look like an alien from Star Trek.
That's fun.
Yeah, like a Cardassian or something.
Yeah.
Hideous, sallow rolls of fat all over my face. I love
I
it.
thought that, I was like, hold on, this looks just like him. I don't know.
This is Paul.
And there's some resident of the town whose lake I'm bathing in off to the side saying, "God damn it, Paul."
And the fish are dead.
And the fish are belly up.
This is not even. This doesn't even look like it's like meant to be that unflattering. It looks like they just drew you. I don't think they
this
understood the purpose of the contest.
Yeah, this is another one that's just not gross enough. I'm nowhere near fat enough to start.
Your eyes are kind of even.
Yeah, my eyes are even. Not.
There's no drool coming out of your mouth, no snot bubbling out of your nose, no fat
exaggeration.
man tits. There we go. You look like a fucking. I don't even know. You look like a. You look like a Mexican militant or something.
What the fuck is hanging down below my stomach?
I don't know.
Like, is that a giant set of balls?
Maybe.
Did they
I don't
just
know.
give up and trying to make a leg?
They're just like, yeah, whatever.
I got-
Maybe you're wearing a skirt.
I like this one. This one's pretty close to the top for me, just because of the don't give.
got some
like I don't know what's
charm.
going on in the water there.
Look at the eyes here.
Oh Jesus!
I told Ben it looks like Danny Trejo melting.
It does. It really does.
Shit.
Oh my god.
The level of fucked up this is nice.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
we just ask. We say, hey, draw a picture of Obama smoking a blunt with a Rasta hat on, and that's what we get. Look at this is the worst one ever.
Ben, tell us what the kid who sent you this said.
He said, "I can't draw very well."
Very well.
No shit.
Yeah.
I like your outfit though, Paul. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
And my pigtails. I don't know. Are those pigtails?
I don't know what it's supposed to
Sideburns?
be.
I can't tell.
I heart TJ plus Brett Keane.
Yeah, he wants both of you.
This is
a good one.
Yeah. You look like Santa kinda.
See, this one, when I saw these, I thought that this one, once again, one eye bigger and higher than the other.
Yeah.
But this one is really the most accurate, I think, because this is how I spend most of my free time.
Yeah, they know what you do.
And a shirt that's not supposed to be a belly shirt. And some boxers sitting in a fucking torn up computer chair yelling at somebody on the internet.
There you go,
That's
Paul.
pretty much the way this goes.
Accurate depiction. This just looks like
you have tits.
it looks like Jesus Freak more than it looks like
yeah,
you.
Jesus Freak.
And how many times did they have to like erase? And
I know,
redo?
right? They're such they're such perfectionists to get such shitty results. You know, they tried really hard and they still
That's
failed.
fucking
horribly.
horrible.
I wish
I know, right?
Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
But
That's all
I
have
mean, with
to
this
say.
person, they never would have even.
Here's Paul. Your eyes. I think they're a little more even in this one.
This one's like, I'm just moly.
It bears no resemblance to Paul.
Is it Coughlin?
No, it doesn't look like Coughlin. It looks like an old Fred Flintstone on a gnome body. I don't know.
But they did have me. They do have, and there's a sign in the background that says Toledo.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So they
Looks
did
like
have
that
me-
guy from Cheers. I think his name was Norm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is where you look like Fu Manchu or something like that.
Shang Tsung wins. Flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
Fatality.
Yeah.
I look pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. This doesn't even look insulting. This is like kind of just awesome. Like this is what you'd look like in an alternate dimension where you're a badass.
Yeah, or if they made a fighting game character of me.
Right. You look like a fucking maybe not the boss, but you look like someone who would be in the lead up to the boss.
So, are you ready to play the winner?
Yeah, well, we're about to show you the winner. The winner actually submitted a video entry as well.
Oh,
So we're about to play the video of the winning entry.
Yeah.
And he overdubbed it with us talking about the contest.
I have a quick question about the fan art. Yeah. Why do I look like a fucking bullfrog in every? Like I look awful. Like, I know. I realize I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but Jesus Christ, cut me a little slack, people. Fan art people. You make me like slightly charming and handsome. You know, once.
No, you got to be a fat tub of shit every time.
Dude,
I want just because you said that. Like, I'm announcing the disgusting PaulsEgo fan art contest.
Wow.
I will give a $25 Amazon gift card.
Really? Wow.
To whoever draws the most disgusting picture of PaulsEgo and sends it in to the Drunken Peasants on our Facebook.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And there it is.
There it is.
Wow.
Damn.
That is some that one's pretty unbeatable.
I know, right?
Is this like a typical Saturday night for you, Paul?
No, Saturday is tranny night. This is Sunday.
Yeah, this is my job. This is what I do 5 days a week.
This is Paul's job.
Yeah.
He just begs for money on the corner.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, I'm starving doesn't really go over well.
No.
Could you help a brother out so I can get some food?
I get 50 cents for a Subway sandwich, pal.
You know, you're out there begging for money for diet pills. Look how fat I am.
Jesus Christ. Look, I got one googly eye and a tire. Please.
What is it with the eyes, Paul? Did you ever realize the eye thing before now?
You know what? It's one of those things that I've tried to ignore about myself.
Not anymore, bitch.
That I will never be able to ignore ever again.
Hey, Paul, I don't think they've ever drawn you with shoes, dude. What's the deal with no shoes?
Yeah, I don't know. They think I don't wear shoes either.
Paul is just an animal.
He lives in a
Which I
dirt
don't.
shack. He lives in a dirt shack in the middle of California.
Yep.
And
all I've got is internet and a microphone.
Paul, I found a picture of you, or I found a picture on the internet that I'm not sure if it's you or not. You're like running around with a gun in your hand.
Running around with a gun in my hand.
Yeah. No, is it not you?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever run around with a gun in my hand.
Oh man.
Is it the one with the big American flag in the background?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a dude that looks exactly like me out there somewhere. That was like 6 years ago. There was a bunch of tornadoes, and that guy got big on Reddit because he said he was going to go fight tornadoes, and a bunch of my friends were like, "Dude, Paul,
it does look like
Reddit."
him. Yeah.
But it's not me. I have to say it's not
Paul,
me.
you should have just taken credit, dude.
I should have.
Like, yeah. Damn right. Reddit superstar PaulsEgo.
That's right. Own it. Build your legend.
God. Well, At least I know what rock bottom feels like now.
Oh no.
No, but that last picture is very impressive, man. That was very impressive.
Several of those pictures were very impressive. You've got a pretty artistic audience here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So, Paul, did you want to maybe see, or Tim, either of you guys, did you want to put our artists to the test, give them another contest? I could do this. This could be like a weekly thing. I can give out a $25 Amazon gift card every week.
All right.
Hey,
I've
it
got
doesn't
it.
matter, man.
I think it should work. I think it should work like the subject of the original contest gets to pick the next contest.
Oh, okay. So we got to ask the guy who won what he thinks the contest should be then.
I want... No.
The subject. Oh, okay.
Subject
You're the subject. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
I'm empowering myself to be the number one picker here.
All right, what's your contest, Paul?
I want the best picture of Tim the bartender.
Oh.
Make sweet love to TJ.
Oh my God.
Because that's the way we like it.
Hold on. I need Brett Keane to unscramble that.
Paul, I want to know, what are you using to change your voice there?
I have a 4-track recorder that I run everything through.
Really?
And it's got
wow.
We need to get that, Ben.
It allows you to do smooth jumps.
Yeah.
Smooth jumps.
Yeah, we wanted to have Girl Does Ran on here sometime, but we need like the voice modulator that she uses.
Yeah.
For like the high pitched voice that she uses.
Right.
So you want to watch another news story here?
Yeah, sure.
Watch
either
one
that or bash G-Man.
G-Man.
Hey, did you want to talk to G-Man?
We can get G-Man in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like for him to get off his chest whatever. I don't think it's good for him to hold that shit in, man.
I don't know if he's online.
We'll try really quick here.
Let's see what we
we'll
can
see
do.
if he's here.
Hate to disappoint him.
G-Man, 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 G-Man,
Okay.
G-Man. G-Man. G-Man.
I was just going to find out if this Tim guy was an atheist or if he's a Christian. I'm gonna make it my business to find out.
G-Man.
Oh, is he on there? That's you, G-Man.
No. He's not
That's
there.
you playing it. Okay.
Yeah.
He won't answer. He's
Yeah,
not.
I
He's
don't
scared
think
of
he
you,
will.
Tim.
I don't know.
He's pissing his little panties.
Now he's panhandling in New York City right now. Picking up where he left off earlier when he was preaching to the sky.
You going to hell. You going to hell.
Mr. Invisible.
You all going to hell.
And the people that were walking by seemed pretty annoyed.
Yeah.
And scared. Like, fuck. But that's what all the shots he took at me last week. Because I watched that show, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good old G-Man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. It's surprising how it's kind of funny because when we first met him, it was kind of similar to how we first met you. He brought up the banana in the ass thing, like right away.
Bam.
And that wasn't that the first question he asked.
I don't know if it was the first, but it was pretty early on.
Yeah.
Doesn't that get old? That must get old as shit hearing that every time.
But by the way, you made a comment in your video. You said that you think he released the video. I don't know if you meant that or not, but he did not release the video at all.
It would be a great marketing ploy if he did, though.
I don't know.
That's why I'm working on a sequel.
Yeah.
So
Banana 2.
Shoot, hey, look, a lot of your subs have given me a lot of background on your show. So, yeah, a couple of them said, that's why I subscribe to him. I'm like,
oh, that's awesome.
That's what I'm doing wrong. Shit.
You need more tropical fruit in your
yeah, you have to try something more
in your anal diet.
More exotic, like a pineapple or something like that.
Your anal diet.
Tim the bartender shoves a pineapple up his ass.
How did you get the name Tim the bartender?
Oh man, it's wild. You like I started doing I started my page on Facebook. And what I would do is every night I'd say some shit about relationships and life. And I would end it with the name of a drink. Well, I'd start it with a name of a drink. Like I'd go, I don't know, margarita. And then I'd make a little quip or something. And people liked it. And they kind of caught on. And one of my friends said, hey, dude, you should start a fan page. And that's it, man. I just started doing this. It's Tim the Bartender.
Oh, I see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll pay off for me eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So is your only channel Tim's Take?
Oh, I have a relationship page, man, where I talk about the ladies and the men, and just like keeping that shit tight. You know what I'm saying, TJ? I could give you some good advice, man.
Cool.
So I keep it realer than real, man.
Realer than real.
Realer than real, bro.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's Tim the Bartender. Then I got Tim's Take. So that rounds me out, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tim. He has multitasking. Hey, how did you go from doing relationship advice to doing news stories all the time, though?
Dude, what was it? Oh, you know what? I was looking for something else to talk about, and one day I saw this news story, and I was like, you know what? I did that, and I liked it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a separate channel just because I don't want to mix the two up. And then it sort of took off. I mean, I'm at like 8,000 subs, which is, not a lot, but in a year it's pretty good for me. Fuck it.
So what relationship advice would you give the guy whose picture you're looking at right now?
Hey, dude, you know what? There's somebody for everybody, man.
You know what? Lose enough weight so your hands can reach your cock again.
That would be step one.
That's the only step. There's nothing really more that could be done beyond that.
Masturbation, nothing's wrong with that's probably that's a good idea, TJ.
Yeah.
You might have a knack for this, man. You might need to go
that's all Paul has in his,
That's all right, Tim. You're gonna get yours next time. You'll see. You'll see.
Somebody on Twitter has got to be one of one of the Drunken Peasants fans who sent me a picture of this guy he said I look like from some fucking dude from some slasher movie or something. I don't know who it was.
Right, Captain Spaulding from The Devil's Rejects.
That shit at me. You look just like Captain Spaulding. I'm like, go fuck yourself, man. Who the fuck is
Captain Spaulding?
They do kind of have a similar facial structure,
Dude,
I will say.
That's fucked up, man.
That's fucked up.
Captain Spaulding. I've never seen it. I don't know.
It's pretty
Tim
pretty
as
good.
Captain Spaulding making sweet love to TJ incoming.
Oh my God, Paul, settle down, Paul.
Do you want to watch?
No one's ever done anything like that to you.
Do you want to watch this video about Gorilla 199?
Nah, that fucking shit's boring. That guy's like dull as
He
dirt.
wants to cage fight you, TJ.
But he's just, even when he wants to cage fight me, he's just dull.
I know, but that's the funniest thing about it.
All right, go ahead and play it if you really want to.
All right, here we go. Here's Gorilla 199. He believes that Jesus Christ was crucified on top of a pyramid with UFOs hovering overhead. And he wants to challenge TJ to a cage fight.
There's a YouTuber called The Amazing Atheist. I personally don't know what's amazing about him myself, but some people think
pause right now. So, like last time we saw Gorilla 199, he was like just bursting over with praise for me.
No, he's an actor.
But he was saying in a very flat way, he's a very talented writer. He's a very talented actor. Now he's like, I don't see what's amazing about it. Like, what the fuck? You fucking flipped the script on me, Gorilla. What the hell?
Son of a bitch.
And he's got his shirt off too. He's about to let the monkey out on you.
Yeah.
He's about to climb you like a tree, TJ. You better watch out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
He wants to get you in the octagon.
he's amazing. And he made a video where he challenged Chuck Norris to a fight. I mean, I had to laugh. But I think
that was ages ago. And also, I could totally take Chuck Norris in a fight. He's a decrepit-ass old man.
Right now, you probably could. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck does Chuck Norris got going on? He used to be a good martial artist, like when he was young, like 40 fucking years ago. Ooh, so scary. He's an old man. His bones are rickety. All I have to do is fall on top of his fucking short little ass. He ain't
he's
gonna be
not
able to
as
fucking
spry
get
as
me
he
off.
used to be, that's for sure.
Right.
No. I could take fucking Chuck Norris. There ain't nothing badass
really,
about Chuck
he
Norris.
made the video just to get views and just to just to get views basically and to make money because he.
Could you stop for a second, guys? Can you stop for a second? Why do people have a problem with people making videos that get fucking views?
I don't know. I think it's just because, like, if they can't do it, then no one should be allowed to do it. It's like he thinks that if only he was as much of a sellout as I am, he would be making all kinds of money. But he has principles, and he would never do that.
Maybe he can't do it because he can't fucking do it.
Exactly.
Well, this guy believes that there are normal people like him, and then there are tares, and then there are Freemasons. And tares are like the reptilian overlords of the earth, and Freemasons are their human, like, slaves, basically, right?
Right, they're like servants.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on that Mark Dice shit.
Yeah.
He's on some pretty
He's
crazy
been doing
shit.
it for a long time, too. Like, probably like 5 or 6 years.
Does he, people follow
Oh,
him?
yeah. Oh,
What?
yeah. Yep. He's got a little following for himself.
Yeah.
You know, a friend of mine told me cause I told him, I said, I'm trying to expand my channel. He said, what you got to do, bro, is you got to start doing conspiracy theories. You got to talk about Illuminati, and then you'll blow up. Then you'll blow up. And I was like, but I don't believe that shit. He's like, it don't matter. That's the shit.
You might as well start covering feminism and talk about the patriarchy too while you're at it.
Dude, I think you should do the Illuminati shit. You know what? You should go after the Illuminati shit, actually. You should go find the people who were talking about that and be like, this is a bunch of bullshit. There ain't no evidence for this.
I did a couple videos on it, man, but it's dangerous out here. It's hard for a brother because, hey, man, like if you didn't call your people off, I'd have been fucked, TJ. So I don't know if I want to risk that. I mean, maybe you're right if I go at a general thing, but that getting trolled shit, that sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I've been at this shit long enough to know that you're gonna get trolled every once in a while, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, if you could just see our chat room right now, it's just like full of trolling and spam. And
by the way, shout outs to the nicest, most welcoming chat on YouTube, the Drunken Peasants. I love all of you. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for keeping this such a positive and upbeat place to be.
Yeah. It's like the worst is when our only female guest, Jacqueline Glenn, shows up. And then
she's not our only female guest.
Well, the one that the whole audience knows what she looks like.
Right.
And then there's like 1,000 like pervy comments every 10 seconds. It's pretty funny.
I would crawl through a desert of glass naked just to lick Jacqueline's pussy.
I would drink her bathwater.
Well, that's good that you said that, Ben, because that'll get me ready for when I get a lot of like nigger comments, and I'm sure they're gonna be in the comment section.
Oh,
yeah. Condition myself for that pain, for that.
Oh no, yeah. That's gonna be there definitely.
That's gonna be there, dude. But
look, I mean, like, you know, when Robin Williams just fucking died, and people already fucking scared his daughter off of social media with their fucking rude comments just about that, like. Yeah, it's your fault he's dead. He killed himself because of you stupid bitch. Like, so there's just a lot of fucking really mean asshole people out there on the fucking internet. I mean,
yeah, and we don't have anyone to right now since Scotty isn't here. We don't have anyone to like police the chat room at all.
Yeah,
so.
we need the that's people complain about Scotty being a fascist, but you see what happens when he's not around to be a fascist. So.
And Tim, just because you said it, it's all lighting up like crazy now.
It's nothing but love, baby. It's nothing but love.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
But yeah, a guy
Gorilla One Night.
He got his Twitter suspended for that shit.
Who did?
Yeah.
A guy I know got his Twitter shut down for. He said he didn't do it. He said another guy did it, making comments to Robin Williams' daughter.
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah, Twitter went after those guys, man. Kicked them off.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
That's ridiculous.
Fucked up.
All right.
No fucking morals, right?
Yeah. All right. So Gorilla 199, TJ, is about to make a challenge to you.
Right. I forgot about him.
And,
Oh, my
and he
bad.
says,
Sorry.
I'm a 50-year-old man, but TJ, you're also a middle-aged man.
Right.
Anyway, what I was thinking was, seeing as TJ, the amazing atheist, hasn't forgotten about me and sent people to invite me onto his podcast, which I completely ignored because I'm.
No, you didn't. You made a video about it.
Invitation from people sent on his behalf to ask me. I'm sorry, but who does he think he is?
Once again, just a couple of weeks ago, you were saying you did want to come on the show. So what the fuck are you talking about? It's almost like he's crazy. Yeah,
Almost.
it's very
Just a little bit.
strange.
The fuck?
Let's
What's this thing where he's middle-aged and you're middle-aged? How the fuck? If he's 20 years older than you, how the fuck?
Yeah. TJ was probably TJ was probably like 23 or something at the time.
Yeah, and I actually got in a little tiff with this guy when I was like 23, 24, and he said, TJ, you're telling your audience you're 23. You're a middle-aged man. You're not 23. You're a middle-aged man.
Yeah.
So that's among his other conspiracy theories. He
that
thinks
was like
I'm
a
middle-aged
compliment
man.
because he's trying to say that you're, that
Yeah, he's saying I'm very mature.
Intelligent.
Yes.
That you speak.
That I come across as much older than I am. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Of course.
Has he watched this podcast?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure he has.
Probably. And he's convinced that we're tares or Freemasons.
I think that he thinks we're Freemasons.
Okay. Shit, he knows.
Actually,
Start the video. He knows.
You're going to ask someone
Ben is
something,
a
then you
tear,
ask
I'm a Freemason.
someone yourself. But the point is this: Chuck Norris is otherwise predisposed, and he's quite an old boy now. Myself, well, I'm over 50, but I'm pretty
50.
game. And I was wondering if the amazing atheist would like to challenge me in Chuck Norris's place to an agreed cage fight, agreed one. This isn't a bullying video. Please don't let me be accused of bullying the amazing atheist. I'm just saying, if the amazing atheist were to invite me to step into a ring with him, then I would accept. But I would accept on this basis. I would accept on the basis that the loser gets nothing. Okay?
What is he talking about? Like, how's the winner going to get anything? Like,
well, he's saying that he wants to charge for the event and that whoever loses doesn't get any.
Who's going to pay? I'm not paying for this shit.
No one's going to pay to see me beat the shit out of
I'm
Gorilla
not
199.
paying. I better get in for free or I'm not even going.
Right. Even Ben doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
I might pay.
You might pay?
Yeah. I might pay to watch you beat the shit out of Gorilla 199.
I don't even think I could do it. I'd feel too bad about it. He looks so scrawny to me. I don't know.
He's showing in the lower left-hand corner him wrestling with some jiu-jitsu guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's to prove his skill set. He's enhanced. He's an enhanced grappler.
He loses the match.
Yeah, he did.
He actually he shows us a match that he loses. It's not even what? I mean, okay.
Just kick him in the fucking nuts, man. Get it over with.
I would just fucking elbow drop his head. Like Mario stomping on a gobo.
You'd be like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like Mario.
I think that there's a lot of people on his camp anyway who would love to see him give me a good hiding.
Okay.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure that the ones on my camp would be like, Chris, what are you doing? You're a Christian and that. Well, yeah, I'm completely against violence, but sport is sport, and that's it's an agreement between people.
All
They
right.
agree.
I'll tell you what. Since violence is violence and sport is sport, I challenge you to a chainsaw decapitation match. And whoever is decapitated first wins.
If no one is decapitated at 30 minutes, a bomb will go off that will set both of you on fire.
No. Whoever is decapitated first is actually the winner. So he probably will prevail.
He'll accidentally cut his own head off?
I don't know if it'll be accidental. He'll just be like, look, I'm about to win, mate. And then he's dead.
He just seems such a, what's the word for it? A pompous, snide asshole.
Yeah.
And he's insane to boot.
He's pretentious, like.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, man?
The fuck?
Somebody follows that. They like that. I don't know, man.
Bravo murder trial. What is that? Oh, that's the kid that play that one.
Oh, you want to see
this
that?
Gorilla 199 shit.
You're done with Gorilla?
Yeah, I didn't even want to do it to begin with.
I know. Okay. So
this is a funny story.
All right.
I've read
Court
this.
resumes today in the bizarre trial of a college student, listen to this, accused of murdering his friend, then asking Siri where to hide the body. Florida police say Pedro Bravo poisoned and strangled his roommate, Christian Aguilar, back in September of 2012.
Poisoned and strangled. It's very thorough.
Damn.
I love how the newscasters are like, now for a funny story. A guy killed his roommate. He strangled him and he poisoned him. And then afterwards, he asked Siri where to hide the body.
You won't believe
slide
it.
whistle.
This guy poisoned and strangled his roommate.
Yeah.
That's
hilarious.
Oh, that's rich.
What a wacky story.
I
It's
know,
so
right?
wacky.
Roommate was dating his ex-girlfriend, and get this, they say Bravo then asked his iPhone for help disposing of the body. Detectives testified that Bravo told the digital assistant Siri, quote, I need to hide my roommate. Siri's response, what kind of place are you looking for? Maybe I should have done it in the voice. What kind of a
Scary.
Swamps, reservoirs, metal foundries, or dumps? Joining me now.
Siri actually seems like it's pretty useful for that purpose then.
Well, it seems like that purpose is to catch people who are trying to do that.
I don't think that's how he was caught, though.
No? Okay.
Because there'd be too many people who ask questions like that to Siri just for a joke. Like, I've heard people say anything to fucking Siri.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I've seen people be like, Siri, how would you like it if I raped you in the ass? And it'd be like, I would not like that very much. You know, and it's like, you know, so people are always saying crazy shit to Siri. So, I mean, there's no way they caught him on this because...
Oh, it's probably after they confiscated the phone.
Right, and then they looked at it like, did this dumb motherfucker ask Siri what to do with the body? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Call the press. We got a fucking story for him.
That's funny how they can just do that, be like, listen to this stupid shit. Listen to how dumb this guy is.
Trot him out in front of... He shouldn't even be punished any further. It's his punishment, just us knowing that he did this is punishment enough. Just let him go free.
It's like
the Siri murderer.
How dependent was he on Siri? Like, is he like, how do I take a shit, Siri?
All right, now,
You know?
Siri, should I wipe my ass against the grain or going with the grain? Siri, how long should I hold the flush down?
I like that Siri would have helped him find a swamp, though.
Yes.
Look why he did it. Look why he did it. He did it because the guy was dating his ex-girlfriend.
If he had gone to you for advice, he never would have done that shit.
Exactly. That's some sad shit, man. That press for the punani.
Well, just like you said, though, TJ got into his relationship because he sucked his father-in-law's dick.
That's right.
That is the best relationship advice I think I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, you got to give a little, right? Present with a peace offering. Oh! I got to clear this up, man.
Okay.
TJ,
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was not talking about your dad. I didn't know about your dad. So I want to
That's
say
fine.
that right now, man, because that's people have been hitting me with that nonstop on every page I fucking own, my website, my personal Facebook, my professional Facebook, my everything. And
I didn't think that you knew about it. So I mean,
I didn't know about it,
like...
and I never said that you never lost anyone. My thing was a guy who's saying you should come out. To me, it seemed like you hadn't lost anyone.
Right.
Like,
but I mean, like,
you know,
the
it's
thing
a little nuance. It's a little
the
nuance.
thing I don't understand about that though is like when I did that video, I mean, I specifically say that you should really like feel your parents out and make sure that they're not going to have that overreaction. You know, so I pretty much told people who have parents they don't think they can handle it, probably they shouldn't, bring that up. So
right. Yeah, and you know what? In the video, I know you guys you put it on the screen and shit, but at the very end, I did say that. I said, well, to be fair to TJ, he did say, don't come out. I just don't think you should, yeah, I get your point. True.
All right.
True that.
All right, I didn't remember that part, or maybe we cut it off before then, but
yeah, it wasn't funny anymore. Like that was towards the end and shit. So.
Can you feel the love tonight.
What's going on? What's happening here?
No, nothing. I was singing Can You Feel
Why?
Because the two of you just, worked something out. And
You know, man, I felt bad about that shit, man.
You're an antagonist, Paul.
Yeah.
You're a little shit-stirring motherfucker. That's why no one loves you, Paul.
I know.
That's why no one fucking loves you.
That's why I'm sitting here by this garbage can begging for change.
Is that where you are right now? You're there
That's where
right
I'm
now?
at right now. I got a headset on. People are looking at me weird.
You
Put
fucking
your shoes on, Paul. Put your
fat,
shoes on,
frumpy,
man.
malignant pile of shit.
Yep, scratching all the whiteheads on my neck.
Ugh.
With
The pus
running
just
out of
drips
them.
down, stains your shirt that you've been wearing for the past 6 weeks.
Good point, TJ. Shirts.
Oh, yeah, true. We got to pimp the fucking shirt.
Yeah.
We're stupid. We should have done that hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Put the shirt up.
All right. So here's the shirt. It's at teespring.com/Drunken Peasants. TEESPRING.com/Drunken Peasants.
Well, is the link down there in the fucking description?
Maybe. I don't know.
At any rate, go buy this shirt. We need to sell 100 of them before August, and I think we've sold 18.
You mean before September?
The end of August.
Yeah.
Before the end of August.
Yes.
Thanks, Ben, for your fucking correction, you piece of shit.
You're welcome.
It's fucking...
Someone has to keep track of time for you.
Yeah, it's true. I'm terrible. I'm fucking awful.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, I think that happened when I was like 6 or 12 or 19. I don't know.
If you don't wear this T-shirt, you're not cool.
Paul and Tim can't see the shirt, but it's pretty cool.
It's a cool shirt.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Does it resemble the Drunken Peasants like emblem you got?
No,
Icon
it's
or whatever. Oh, okay.
There it is, right there.
Smoke pan every day.
Somehow we got on this thing. I think it was actually like in the first or second show where we started calling all the newscasters were calling it pot, so we started calling it pan.
And we're like,
pots and pans.
Why is it even called pot in the first place? Like I don't even understand that. So we're like, we should just call it pan instead.
So that caught on for some goddamn reason, and then this shirt happened.
Yes,
and you can buy it.
That's interesting.
Yep.
But no, it's cool though. It's a good. Who did the picture? Who did the?
I don't know. One of our fans.
A fan from Finland, actually.
Finland.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I need fans like that, man. My fans don't make me shit.
You know what? The funny thing is, even though the Amazing Atheist channel is way bigger than the Drunken Peasants channel, the Amazing Atheist fans don't make me shit either. This channel just attracts those kind of people for some reason.
Me. I'm so charming.
Ben's charisma attracts them like flies to honey.
What can I say?
All right.
There is one. Now I think about it. Since we had this little back and forth, there is somebody who came from your page who did make me an icon. I don't remember his name, but he sent it to me. In fact, I was afraid to open it because it was like an attachment. I was like, oh shit, you know. Yeah. This guy, who's this guy sending me a message saying, open this? It's he said it's a logo. But I opened it and it was all right. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
He did it out of the, just being a nice guy. He sent me that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's cool when people just, they share their talents with you. We do have a very artistic audience here.
It was pretty cool and pretty fucking scary at the same time.
That's kind of like
about my desktop and shit. I'm like, fuck, this.
Let's talk about this NASCAR bullshit.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's go to that.
Okay.
Tragedy on the racetrack. 20-year-old race car driver Kevin Ward Jr. killed after he steps out of his car and onto the track. Hit by one of the sport's greatest drivers, Tony Stewart, a 3-time NASCAR.
He just looks like an asshole right there. Like they captured like a picture where he looks.
Well, I don't know much about NASCAR because I think it's boring as shit.
Me
personally.
too. Turn left. Turn left.
But since this happened, I've read several stories that say that he's supposed to be like some kind of major asshole.
Yeah, and he's been and he's he's well known. He's been around for a long time. That kind of shit. Okay.
I'm just doing it. I don't give
All
a
right.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I saw the film on this, but I don't know much about him, dude. Heard he's a dickhead though.
Yeah. Hey,
Like he's got like a reputation of being like
right,
off the handle type thing.
They said he has a very hot temper and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but I mean, there's really no way to know if he saw the other guy or not. I mean,
he's also known as one of the best,
right?
Too. So it's like,
but I mean, the stupid fuck that got killed runs out in the middle of a fucking track during a high-speed race. I mean, it's just kind of dumb.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen the video.
All right,
yeah.
Here we go.
Let's
it's
take
just
take a look.
Unbelievable tragedy. Our hearts go out to obviously Kevin and his family.
The deadly hit coming after the 14th lap of a 25-lap race on this dirt track in upstate New York Saturday night. Watch what happens as Stewart's car closes in on Ward's, cutting him off. Ward's car is forced up against the wall where he spins out. As the race continues, amateur video shows Ward out of his car, pointing his finger seemingly in the direction of Stewart's car. One car swerves around Ward. Stewart's car hits him. Ward's death now under investigation.
They don't show the actual moment of impact, though.
They don't show it, but I think the video shows it.
Right, yeah, the video does. I watched the uncut video.
Right.
And it's kind of crazy because it looks like Stewart kind of swerves at the last second, but it's not really enough, and then the Ward guy gets caught like under his tires and flung across the fucking dirt. And then there's some stupid... The great thing about the video is some bitch in the crowd after that happens is like, woo!
Really?
Yeah. So there's some bitch out there is like, yeah, he probably did. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. We have a little racetrack in the town I live in, and this type of racing goes on. And when you go, whenever there's a crash, there's always that one woman that goes, "Wee-hoo! Look, baby, look." You know what I mean? Like somebody probably died.
Another human life was extinguished before my eyes. My pussy's wet.
But with that racing shit, it's like, if you don't see an accident, is it really entertaining though? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's too monotonous for me. I got to see something. I need some drama.
Some people feel the same way about hockey. Like hockey's, in the NBA or in the NFL, if two players get into a fight where they're like punching each other in the face, they get like suspended and fined. But in ice hockey, two players can beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, they got to do that shit just
and then
to stay
they just
awake.
sit, and then they just sit in a box for 5 minutes, and then they come back and get to play again. And some people, a lot of hockey fans kind of feel that way, where like if there's not a fight at the game, it wasn't as exciting as it could have been.
So, I mean, why not just go to a fucking fight? We got like MMA and shit
Yeah.
now.
I don't know.
Maybe they just want to see it on ice. I just want to see
fighting on ice.
Ice.
But I heard that hockey is great live. You got to go
Oh,
see
yeah.
live.
Yeah, live it's better because you can see the puck. It's like on TV, it's a little dot.
Man, I've seen that shit on TV. It'd have to be more entertaining live.
Yes.
By default, right?
Live, there's beer.
Exactly. Yeah, that helps.
You can get shit-faced with a bunch of other idiots.
There's also the impending terror of the possibility that a stray puck might strike you in the face and fucking kill you.
Very unlikely.
But it's still there. It happened in Happy Gilmore. Come on.
Oh, yeah, because that was like a true story.
It was practically a documentary, dude.
Practically. Are we going to talk about this some more?
No.
No?
We're done with it.
Okay. Do you want to go on to Shepard Smith?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
But first, I actually kind of want to talk to Tim about this because I know that he had some controversy with some kind of Robin Williams video he did, or at least I heard. I didn't actually see it.
Yeah, it's all good.
What happened with that, Tim?
Oh, what I did, man, was I've been covering the Mike Brown situation. So first, I woke up and Robin Williams had died, and it was everywhere, dude. I get up, I check my Google Trends. It was like at 10 million. So I said, fuck, I'm seriously trying to, my goal is to unite people. I know it doesn't seem that way after the videos I've made, right? But really, that's my goal with my channel. So I said, well, how can I attract people? So it was self-serving in a way, but I wanted to put the issue of Mike Brown back on the table because I felt it was being diluted by all this coverage of Robin Williams.
Right.
So I did a tribute video. The first half of the video, I give glowing praises of Robin Williams, who I personally admired as an actor. I thought this guy's fucking phenomenal.
Right.
And I did like my deep voice. I'm like, Robin Williams was a phenomenal actor.
That's awesome.
He would immerse himself into any character until you could no longer see him. And I guess that was sort of the purpose. So I did that.
Yeah.
But then I stopped and I said, you know what? I want to talk to you guys now that I got your attention. Let me talk to you about Mike Brown. And I went into that, and it for like another minute, I went into that. And people got pissed. They were like, man, you got me all set up. I was into your Robin Williams tribute, and then you cut it off and start talking about this other guy. Fuck you, you know. I'm like, Robin Williams, so I had to do another video clearing it up. I'm like, Robin Williams was a very giving person. I mean, the guy, I remember he did this thing with Whoopi Goldberg, Billy Crystal, where he's like, you know, feed the children. He did this thing, and then he used to go to like, you know, go to our military overseas, wherever they were, and like perform and shit. So I don't think he would have a problem with me giving him all this praise and then talking about a teenager who I feel was murdered.
Yeah.
But
Paul
so
actually does the USO thing too.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah. I said Paul also does the USO thing where he goes and entertains the troops.
I'm part of the freak show. They come and they poke me with sticks and
no, they play.
I pictured Paul.
They play that milkshake song. My milkshake bring the love.
Yeah.
And Paul just kind of jiggles his tits around.
I pictured Paul like in a corset with some like thigh high like fishnet stockings and platform shoes, like kicking it and that kind of shit.
Yeah, and then like. And then all the soldiers who can't afford a real prostitute, they just toss a nickel to Paul and crawl into the circus tent for 15 minutes or so.
I'll be honest with you, they don't even have to toss a nickel.
The nickel is optional.
The nickel is completely optional because it's our boys overseas.
Oh, you guys, you queers. That's what they've been waiting for, TJ. They've been waiting for that shit.
They've been waiting for it.
Waiting for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
Paul's
man. I had no idea so many people they're fucking really pissed that if you say anything bad about Robin Williams, they want to crucify you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Well, he some people when the moment they die, they're anointed like saints of America.
That's what happened to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, remember all the shit people used to talk about Michael Jackson? Then he died, and all of a sudden it's like, don't you talk any shit about Michael Jackson or we'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, they called him Wacko Jacko and shit like that. And then all of a sudden he dies, and the media's like, oh, he was the entertainer of the century.
Hey, but it won't be long before Stephen Molyneux does some type of expose on him, because that's what the fuck he does. He goes after someone dies and tears them down. You know that, right? You seen him, right?
I ain't seen him.
Stefan Molyneux, the philosophical guy on YouTube?
No, I haven't seen him.
Free domain. He's very popular. In fact, he was on my list of people I wanted to make videos about. He's very popular. He's got he's like a philosopher. So fuck it. If you don't know him, then it doesn't work. But yeah, his thing is he'll go back.
Paul, do you know who he's talking about?
Never heard of him.
Really?
Okay.
Stefan Molyneux. He did Gandhi. He ripped him apart. He ripped apart Nelson Mandela.
I wonder if he's friends with the vigilant Christian Mario, because it sounds like Stefan Mario. They might be friends. I don't know.
Anyway, let's go ahead and
work...
play this Shepard Smith shit.
Oh, you want to play that?
Yeah, because that's what we were setting up. Kind of.
Okay.
From him again. My children give me a great sense of wonder just to see them develop into these extraordinary human beings. And a favorite book as a child growing up, it was The Lion, The Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'd read the whole C.S. Lewis series outside to my kids. I was once reading to Zelda, and she said, don't do any voices, just read it yourself. So I did. I just read it straight, and she said, that's better. One of the children he so loved. One of the children grieving tonight because their father killed himself in a fit of depression. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? You could love three little things so much, watch them grow, and they're in their mid-20s, and they're inspiring you and exciting you, and they fill you up with a kind of joy you could never have known, and yet something inside you is so horrible, or you're such a coward.
Okay, Shep. Can we can we stick to the fucking news, please, Shep?
It's something so horrible, or you're just such a coward. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's his job to make these sort of like sweeping moral pronouncements.
Yeah, sweeping generalizations about an illness he clearly knows nothing about.
That's fucked up.
I mean, like, I kind of can see that maybe, you know, it was just one of those things that kind of came out in the moment as he was doing his little soliloquy, but he probably shouldn't be soliloquizing on the fucking news anyway. I mean, he's not even really one of their commentators for the most part.
No,
he's
a
like,
straight
he's supposed
news
to be
guy.
like the straight news guy. So it's kind of strange that it would be him that was saying this. Like, I mean, if it was like Sean Hannity or Bill O'Reilly, then maybe that would make a little more sense, but I don't know.
That's, you know, I'm just trying to figure out why would you say something so callous? I mean,
right.
You know,
I mean,
he has to know that like depression is a condition. I mean, it's something many Americans suffer from. How could he like dismiss this shit like
15% of Americans at some point?
There is a common belief held among many people that suicide is cowardly. Unfortunately,
right, yeah. I mean, it's you know, I mean, anyone who's driven to that point is obviously going through a lot of suffering internally, and they're just like not able to handle whatever is happening to them. I mean, I guess that I can kind of see if someone really didn't understand what depression is, and that depression is like, you know, a biochemical phenomena that's a condition just as recognizable as and diagnosable as any other condition. Right. They wouldn't make that sort of, you know, pronouncement of just like, oh, well, you're a fucking coward or something.
Right.
Robin Williams was not a coward.
Right.
He was a very, very fucking good man who did a lot of very great things. And not to say that he was some kind of saint that should be canonized or something, but you know, you certainly shouldn't disparage him, and very certainly not right after his death when his family is still grieving.
There's nothing cowardly about killing yourself. That's in my mind, it's always the exact opposite. Not to make it out like it's a positive thing, but I mean to take your own life. I mean, is there anything more like? Is there anything that requires more bravery than that?
Especially the way that these people do this, like hanging themselves or blowing their brains out, that kind of stuff. That's just, I mean, I couldn't even imagine, you know, doing that to myself, you know. Right. I don't know.
Yeah. Ben, I think if you ever kill yourself, what you should do is you should, like, tie up a lawnmower and, like, turn it on.
Yeah.
And just kind of dangle it over your head, but then have a candle under the rope that's burning the rope.
Okay, I'm taking notes.
And then when it snaps, the lawnmower lands on your face and mangles your fucking head.
Perfect.
I think that would be a fitting end for you.
Fitting?
Yeah, a fitting end.
And then, TJ, you could come collect the pieces and throw the garbage bag in the alleyway that I live in.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, Paul,
Paul will eat me.
I took
Don't do
pity.
it.
I took pity on you. I brought you some chopped sirloin. Here you
He's
go.
gonna eat me.
I brought you some Ben, and I'll be like, "Oh god damn, that's good. That Ben is good eating."
I'd fry it up for you too.
No.
Yeah.
He'll do that thing where he does like the
In
shish
rat oil.
kebab thing. You know, he's got like the thing that he's like turning, the rotisserie.
Right.
He'll have me on like a rotisserie thing over a fire, like a fucking hobo.
Hobo fire.
Yeah.
Over
All
a
right.
garbage fire.
Let's go on with Shepard Smith.
No, I mean, we're done with that.
Oh no.
Yeah, the moral of that story: shut the fuck up, Shep, and just read the news like a good little news monkey, and don't opine on things that you don't know about. You dumb fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Basically, and you know, I can't. And maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't fucking know that, you know, somebody who's suffering depression, they're just in a place of misery. Instead of looking at it like, you know
what, I'll put it this way.
What could be going? Listen, TJ, like what could be going through this person's mind that's the only option they see that's viable?
Right. I mean, especially someone like Robin who had a family that he obviously loved very much.
Right.
I mean, you know, it would have taken a lot of pain for him to make that sort of decision.
Yeah,
that's
what I wanted to drive home about it was that depression, being somebody that suffers from it, is at times just the loneliest, scariest thing. And it takes a lot of bravery just to go out of the house some days when you've got really, really bad clinical depression. Not to bring the podcast down, but
damn it, Paul! I'm so
right?
bummed out now.
Oh, god damn it, Paul! You fucking downer.
Nah.
Play the fucking violin for Paul.
I know, seriously.
No. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Paul. Because I mean, I've gone through. I haven't been through a depressive episode, I'm happy to say, in a very long time. Although I still have some of the malaise associated with it. But I mean, there was a time in my life for that, was a period of like at least 5 or 6 years where I was like constantly in these cycles of depression. And I know that it's basically like the most joyless, empty. Everything seems pointless. There's no motive to do anything. You take pleasure in fucking nothing that you do.
Fucking sucks.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, but that's enough downer shit. Let's move on to something else.
Okay. So the Vigilant Christian, I guess he wanted to make a video thanking his troll subscribers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's watch that.
All right.
It's only 2 minutes.
Hey everyone, you're here at the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for a unique video
everyone,
today.
you're here
I wanted
with
to make a
Vigilant Christian Mario, and I just want to make a video for everyone.
Yes, he does.
We're pumping iron.
quick video addressed to my subscriber trolls. And for those of you who don't know what my subscriber trolls are people who have subscribed.
He almost sounds like, hey, I'm a subscriber troll.
Like I've only heard the first 15 seconds of this video, and I can already tell what it's gonna be. This guy's gonna go like, "You guys just bringing views to my videos, and thanks for that. Thanks for the attention, troll."
That's probably
it. Figured out.
A view's a fucking view. A view's a view.
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks for the view. This is the Vigilant Christian Mario. Peace out.
Oh, fuck, Paul.
To my channel for the simple purpose of thumbing it down and putting negative comments.
Yeah.
I have subscribers and viewers that literally hate me, hate the content that I put out, and watch me every single day.
Hold on, let's pause there for a second.
By the way, this is Tim. Tim, I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, but he's made videos about how Disney is satanic. It's a part of a evil satanic plot to make little girls into whores when they grow up. That kind of thing.
He says yoga is satanic, too.
Yeah, yoga.
Yoga.
You know what? I've seen videos where people actually believe that shit.
Yeah, well, this is one of those guys.
They think when you start chanting, or if you go into a moment of meditation, that all of the devil can seep into your mind, your psyche, and fuck you up. So that's where they get that from. Yeah, I watched a video on that shit.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah. You make yourself susceptible to the dark side.
To demonic possession.
I'd like to take a moment here to thank you for taking the time and watching the videos. In fact, the time you spend watching the videos helps the videos get seen by more people.
Wow.
The actual views
Dun, dun,
help me
dun.
rank higher, and therefore my videos place better online. So whether or not people...
Paul, are you some kind of psychic visionary?
I must be. Either that, or I've seen this video 150,000 fucking times from every douchebag on the internet.
I think he's a member of the Illuminati.
I just wanted to make a quick video thanking my haters and trolls. Shut the fuck up.
Everyone, I mean, one thing that does kind of ring true, though, is everyone does have that audience that doesn't like them but hates them.
Right.
I mean, I know there's at least a good solid core of 200 or 300 people that only watch my videos because they hate me and want to argue with everything I say.
There you go.
I'm sure that Tim has some, and I'm sure that you have some as well, Paul.
Oh, probably not anymore, but yeah, it's at one point I probably did.
You probably still have them rattling around. They probably would. I'm sure every time you do upload something new, every 5 years or so, the trolls show up like, "Hey, Paul, decided to come back to YouTube, huh? Well, that was a mistake because you still suck."
right.
I stayed.
And it's always somebody who has a no picture, no real name, no shit. anonymous fuckhead that wants to give you crap about doing your thing.
Yeah, and it's usually someone who's like, I love when they argue about something and then you look like you look it up and they're wrong and you fucking bring it up to them and they're like, well, I'm actually talking about this other thing that you don't know anything about. I'm ending this conversation because I don't feel like wasting any more time by talking to an idiot like you. You're a fool.
Right. I had to start doing my own transcripts, man, my own closed captions. Because I'm like, damn, man, I got to argue with you over this. You know what? I'm going to start typing them out. So now you can just go and, since you can't hear, maybe you can read.
Oh, wow. We're way too lazy to do that.
Yeah, I would never do that shit.
Yeah, never.
I got to do it, man. I got to grow. That's how you grow, because it moves you up in the rankings.
Right. Well, our thing is like we do like a 3 to 4 hour show. Oh, fuck. No way I'm doing that. That translates into like 8 hours.
No. I mean for like a regular page, not for this though. This is crazy. No way.
No.
So let's hear the Vigilant Christian Mario cry a little more about the trolls, but it's almost like a Ryan Wiley type thing where he's like, well, thank you actually for fucking with me. I really appreciate that.
That's great.
Come to my videos to view them, to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it really doesn't matter because YouTube just recognizes that more people are coming to see the content and therefore will make the content more accessible to more people. Yeah. So really, internet trolls that come and thumb down my video as soon as it's posted, thank you so much.
Really, they're doing me a favor.
You're
so
part
happy
of the
they came and
ministry
did
in some
that.
Weird way. The amazing thing about being a Christian is that no matter what you do against us, it works out for our benefit.
Wow.
It's
like Paul. Not only did he do the angle you're talking about, but he actually says that it's because he's a Christian that works out that way for him.
Right.
Like God has given him like a bunch of breaks that he wouldn't give to someone like, say, me.
Right, yeah. So if I were to like pin him down and take a shit all over his face, that would be to his benefit in some way.
Actually, Paul, your shit is quite nutritious, and I ate it, and it sustained my life force. So really, it's a positive thing.
It's packed with a lot of vitamins, bruh.
Yeah. I just want to thank Paul for shitting all over my face the other day because, everybody knows that put my name out there in the search engines. So.
A game of chess, and although all of a sudden we've lured you in and it looks like you've made a good move, it was just all part of our plan
He's playing chess.
Checkmate, you're done. Everything works out for the good of those who love God.
What's that saying about how you can't beat a chicken in a game of chess? I think that's like what's going on here. It just shits all over the board, kicks the pieces up in the air, and declares itself the winner.
He's clearly playing chess with this one.
Telling them your secret if it was
right.
So fucking well.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's going so great for you, why would you put out a video explaining it? And then all the trolls could be like, "Hey, wait a minute,
you just
right."
Because if it was 1996 and there was a chance that something like this would work on an internet troll, like make them actually consider going away, then that would seem to be detrimental to your channel.
Look at the fucking troll's computer. I think it is 1996.
Right.
Look at that fucking thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's one of those old monitors you could bludgeon someone to death with.
It's all DOS based.
Shit.
DOS.
Yeah.
Epic.
So I just want to take a moment this morning to say thank you. Thank you for the thumbs down. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for telling your friends how crazy this channel is and how they need to check it out. Because I'm so loony and stuff like that. Because you're bringing people to us.
Does he sound like he's near tears to anyone else?
Because I'm so loony.
He does.
Thank you for telling them how crazy I am. Thanks
Thank
for
you
telling
telling everybody
what
how
a lunatic I am.
how stupid I am and how I fucked my mother. Thanks for telling everybody about how I fucked my mother and my sisters when I was growing up. And how I'm just a worthless piece of shit human being. You're really helping me out in the search engines. YouTube just recognizes that as a piece of traffic.
I got 10 more viewers because of that. It was worth it.
totally worth it. It's totally worth it.
Let me go blow my brains out now.
Ministry, and I thank you for that. You're playing an awesome role in the plan that God has in using this ministry.
I love.
Thank you so
it's
much.
God's plan that people shit all over this guy.
Yeah.
Like that's God's plan. Like God's plan is
God
for somebody
loves
to
you.
come and like call you a faggot. Like that's God's plan.
It's all part of God's grand design.
And on Thursday, August the 14th, ICANN has cheeseburger will say you equals faggot. And this will advance your ministry. What kind of plan is going on?
God is fucking smoking crack.
But you
It's like, I know what I'll do. I'll help him by sending trolls his way. It's all part of my brilliant reverse psychology strategy to make him feel good about himself by building his traffic by sending people who hate him to watch his content. See, a lesser god would send supportive fans, but I'm too clever for that. I send bitter haters.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
You know, if you're an all-knowing being, yeah, you can come up and be very creative. That's what it is, a creative God.
I guess so.
It helps by hurting him. That's the
every
told
time
you
something
earlier about
doesn't
that
make
hypothetical
sense.
thing you got to have working for you in order to buy into that. It's like,
Yeah.
I hurt you to help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
God's like his BDSM master.
And God bless each and every one of you. And I look forward to seeing your thumbs down on this video. God
All
bless.
right. Everyone go thumbs down
Wow.
that video.
Is that like passive aggressive or what? Like the
Yeah.
way he said that?
Yes.
I look forward to seeing your thumbs down on this video.
So what's next?
That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious.
We're gonna do. You want to do questions?
I don't know. I think you want to take a break?
You want to take a little break?
Yeah.
All right. Do both of you guys want to come back? You know, or is it one you want to go? Or
I'm down to stay as long as you guys will have me.
Same
Paul?
thing here.
No, not Paul. Tim. Okay, we're gonna call you guys both back after we take like maybe a 10-15 minute break, and we'll be back
Sounds
to
good.
do some more shit.
That'll work, man. Later.
Sounds
All right.
good. Later.
See you soon.
Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck your mother in her fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. That cunt is a douchebag, and I fucking hate him. He gets on his dumb fuck show and talks shit like that all the time. Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, fuck you! Fuck you!
The podcast is canceled. Ben is dead. The podcast is canceled. Ben is dead.
All right. We're back.
Hey, Ben, did you hear the podcast is canceled because you're dead?
Because I'm dead?
Because you're fucking
Shit.
dead,
I didn't
Ben.
even know that I was dead.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So what does that mean?
I don't know.
What am I supposed to do now?
Go fucking lay down in the dirt and not exist.
Can we do that after we finish?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You got some time.
All right.
Before the bomb goes off. No. There's no bomb. Just a joke.
We just want to take a moment to talk about audible.com.
Yes.
audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants. It's a way to support the show without even having to pay 1 cent.
In fact, you get something for free for supporting the show. You get a free audiobook. And I know that there's a lot of atheists in the audience, so of course there's a lot of big atheist books that have come out in the last, 10 years. And most of them are read by their authors. Like I believe you can get the God Delusion read by Richard Dawkins. I'm not sure if Sam Harris reads his own stuff, but I know for a fact Christopher Hitchens read most of his, including his memoir, which I actually got the audiobook and listened to the audiobook of the memoir of Hitchens, which was like Hitch 22. Pretty good, and it was read by the author, so that's really cool, especially since he's, dead now.
Yeah.
So you want to, experience some new Hitchens if you haven't heard the audiobook. Maybe that's a good way to do it. And you can get it for free by supporting the Drunken Peasants and going to that URL. Now that we're done shilling, let's call up Paul and Tim once again.
All right.
Call Paul first because he's white, huh?
What?
Real good, Ben. Racist piece of shit. Yeah. Hey, Paul, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you have a black guest and a white guest, and the person running the show insists on always calling the white guest first, wouldn't you call that racist?
I would, yeah.
Yeah. You see that?
Yeah.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Nothing much, Tim. We're back.
I'm missing something.
No, you didn't. Well, I was just trying to make fucking Ben uncomfortable by calling him racist again. That's all. He called Paul. He called Paul first, so I was like, "Hey, you gonna call our white guest first? What's up with that, Ben? Got a little bit of racial bias going on there, buddy."
That's what. It's like that, Ben, huh? It's like that.
So the black man always comes second in Ben's mind.
Apparently so.
But don't worry, everybody. I'm only white on the outside, if you know.
Oh, fuck.
Is it time for Q&A?
Yeah, I think we're going to answer some questions now from our viewers. We're going to take a look at some of that and kind of spitball some answers. Last time we did this, we ended up just making fun of people most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Maybe this time we'll be a little more civil. Probably not.
What's this guy doing?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before.
What's your smoke story?
What's my smoke story?
I think that's what he said. Hold on, one more time. Let's see.
He's asking what your smoke story is. Like, what's your first time smoking?
What's your smoke story?
You know, I mean, I smoked a few times, but I never really got high. And then one time, I smoked with my wife, and I was always the asshole that was like, weed don't do nothing for me. People who smoke weed are losers.
Yeah,
it's a waste of time.
That was very clear in your videos before I actually
was it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I definitely had that attitude, and then finally, like, my wife was the one who finally just broke it down and was like, come on. And I'm sitting there and I'm fucking smoking. I'm like, oh, God, I can't believe I'm smoking this shit again. Don't do nothing for me. Never enjoyed this. And then I go to set my drink down, and I tried to set my drink down on the pedal of her bicycle, which is not a stable surface. I'm like, holy shit, why did I try to do that? That's weird. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm fucking high as a goddamn kite, and it's awesome. So after that, I was like, wow, this is great. And like I went from like I hate weed to like I am a total stoner in like 0.2 seconds. I'm like, oh, so this is what it's about. Now I'm going to smoke every day that I can anyway.
Hey.
Smoke pan every day. What about your smoke story, Ben?
Smoke story, like my first time ever?
Or just an interesting story about smoke, if the first time is not interesting.
Oh, wow. It would probably be like back in high school. Me and my friend, we went back behind a furniture warehouse and smoked. And it was like the end of winter, so there was a lot of melting ice, like falling off the sides of the buildings and shit. And my friend thought I was making some weird noises, but it was actually like the ice falling from the side of this building. And he's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with all those fucking noises? Why do you keep making those noises? And I was like, dude, it's not me. It's the fucking water running off the side of that building over there. He's like, no, stop making all those stupid fucking noises now. And like it was a pretty stressful situation for a few minutes. Yeah, not the funnest situation.
That's the worst high ever.
Yeah.
Paul.
The first time I ever got really high, because I think everybody has a couple of times where it's like maybe people get really blown out high their first time, but like first time I didn't smoke much, and so nothing much happened.
Oh.
The first time I got really high was with a friend of mine, and his dad had this piece that was like you have to picture it like a lopped off hand giving the bird, and that's what you smoked out of. The bowl was in the palm, the carb was on the thumb, and you packed weed into a little bowl on the end of the finger.
Yeah.
And I got we took a couple of rips off of this, and I don't know if it was just better pan than I was used to, but I spent the next fucking like 10 hours on my friend's couch just listening to everybody as they walked by, and just like, Paul, you know, I want to get the pizza. You want to get pizza? I'm like, yeah, pizza sounds delicious. But yeah, that was the first time I ever got really high, and I've been in love with it ever since.
I like how you could tell a story about you laying around on a couch and it's entertaining. Tim, I don't even know if you smoke, but I'm sure you probably do.
Well, not really, man. When I was a teenager, I couldn't smoke, man. I was that guy. If I smoked, I got paranoid as shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And my friends hated that, man, because we like get ready to get with some women or some girls, some teen, whatever. And I'd be the one that just start freaking out, like, what's that? And they're like, nothing, man. You're high. I'm like, nah, man, something's wrong. So it took years, man, for me to like be able to smoke like a normal person. But I got to admit, I'm always afraid that shit's going to happen. So it's just not for me, man. Unfortunately.
I gotcha.
Unfortunately.
I've had a few paranoid episodes. My paranoia is always like, even now that I live in Ohio, where like amounts of weed under like 3 ounces or something are decriminalized. So it's not like I'd even get into some shit, but every time I get really high, I become convinced that the police are like imminently going to be breaking into my house and like, get out of fucking town! I was like, oh my God. And like if I get high enough and paranoid enough, I can actually start hear like every noise that happens outside. That's them getting in a fucking position. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I'm doomed. I'm doomed.
I've got another great weed story if we've got time.
Do it.
ahead.
Okay. I used to live with this guy who was a classical pianist. His name was Jonathan.
He was a what?
He was a classical pianist. Like he played classical fucking piano.
I know.
Not a penis.
He also had a classical penis.
Yes.
He had a clear classic penis. And we ended up being roommates. And he had this fucking baby grand piano shoved into this shitty little apartment that we shared. And we got high one night. And I was like, dude, my favorite classical song ever is called Allegro Barbaro. And it's just basically somebody pounding on the fucking piano. It's the loudest thing ever. And it's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, dude, play Allegro Barbaro for me right now. And he's like, right now, man? And I'm like, now, dude, I have to hear Allegro Barbaro. You don't understand. So he gets on the fucking piano and plays a brilliant rendition of Allegro Barbaro. And right at the end of it, fucking knock, knock, knock. And the door was cracked. So the cop just kind of lets himself in.
Oh, shit.
Of course.
And this is in Arizona where they send you to jail. And you don't pass go. You don't collect $200. You go directly to jail. And so I'm like, holy fucking shit. And it's just hazy in the house. And the cop goes, huh. Well, I got to be honest with you. I was not expecting this. And I was like, oh shit, what? What? You know, because I'm looking at all the weed spread out on the fucking table. You know, our pipe is just sitting there. I mean, we didn't have time to hide anything. And he goes, I honestly thought this was just going to be a radio call. But you're actually playing piano, aren't you? And Jonathan was like, oh, yeah, officer, you want to hear something? He's like, no, it's a little late to be playing piano, boys. Y'all have a good night. And he turned around and left. So I know we shit on the cops a lot, but there are some cool cops out there because I know he smelt it. I know he saw it. He could have booked us. We would have been in Joe Arpaio's jail. I don't know if you guys have ever done a story about Sheriff Joe Arpaio, but
yeah, I know of him. I don't think we've ever done him here on the Drunken
Well,
Peasants,
at least
but
one good thing came out of Arizona for you, Paul. You got the lifetime driver's license.
that is true.
Yeah.
I'll have a driver's license till I'm 70. So
yeah.
Next question.
All right, this is my fourth question for the Drunken Peasants podcast. I love the Humpty Dumpty joke, by the way. That was really funny.
You remember that guy? That was the guy that you said looked like Humpty Dumpty.
I said that his head looked like an egg.
Yeah.
It's shaped like an egg. Okay. Whatever.
My question for you guys is this. In your guys' opinion, what is the worst movie ever created? All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
You know, it's kind of a difficult thing because a lot of times if a movie is really bad, it kind of gets an entertainment value of its own going. So to me, the worst movie would have to be a movie that is so bad that it doesn't even have that going for it, that it's actually painful to watch. And for that, I would have to go with Manos, The Hands of Fate. It's a B movie. It's unwatchably slow. It makes no sense. The plot goes nowhere. The camera, like the entire movie is actually only like all the voices for the camera they shot it with couldn't actually record audio. So all of the voices are just dubbed over by one man and one woman.
So is it worse than Troll 2, would you say?
Because Troll 2 is fun and enjoyable and like, this is such a bad movie. But Manos, The Hands of Fate is just like an exercise in like boredom and torture, because like literally like the first 10 minutes of the movie are just the two main characters driving around and nothing is happening. Like it's just continuous shots of driving and driving and driving and driving. The only thing that would be worse than that is like one of those art films where like Andy Warhol presents a 7-hour shot of the Empire State Building, or some bullshit like that. That would be worse. But In terms of people who actually tried to make a real movie, I would say Manos: The Hands of Fate is the worst I've ever seen.
Manos.
The Hands of Fate. It's kind of become a cult classic, but it's only for how notoriously awful it is.
Same thing with like Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Right. But, you know, like I would say that Plan 9 from Outer Space is a way better movie than Manos.
Probably. I've only ever seen Plan 9.
Yeah. Paul, what do you think? Do you think there's something worse than Manos?
I wish that I did have something different, but Manos is just the absolutely, in every criteria, worst film I've ever seen.
It is, right? I mean, it's impossibly bad.
It's impossibly bad, and nothing is ever probably going to beat it. I don't think anything will ever beat it. I think it's a once in a lifetime, once in a medium kind of fucking movie.
And the thing, and the
bad.
And the great thing about it too is it's not like one of those movies that's supposed to be bad. Like it represented someone's genuine effort to make a good movie.
Well, that's kind of what I like about the so bad it's good movies too, like Troll 2 and Birdemic. You know, because I like that somebody sat down and was like, "Yeah, man, they're watching dailies of this and they're going, yeah, man, this is going to be fucking awesome," and they have no idea that it's terrible. The Room is another good example of that.
Right, The Room is another terrible movie.
But Manos transcends even that. It's not so bad it's good. It's just so bad.
It's so bad. Have you ever seen that, Tim or Ben?
No.
No. Never even heard of this shit.
Okay.
It makes me.
You're lucky.
I'm making sure I'm writing it down so I don't have to ever sit through that shit though.
A lot of the movies I've seen are like the so bad it's good category, like Pink Flamingos, John Waters' Pink Flamingos. That's like a bad movie that's kind of good with how bad it is.
But I think he's doing that intentionally, though.
I think so.
Like, I think he knows that it's so bad it's good, and he's like one of those guys that just goes for that. And that doesn't usually work for most guys. I think it kind of does work for Waters. At least it did in his early career.
How about the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Oh my God, fuck! That's a terrible movie too.
Wow,
it is pretty bad, but.
But you know, at least it understands how to pace a film.
Yeah,
it had so many like big names in it, especially for the time that it was made.
Right, Dennis Hopper, John Leguizamo, what the dude that played Mario?
The guy from he was from Roger
Rabbit and shit.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins.
Yeah,
Bob Hoskins.
And you know, I think I don't think that was pretty much the only name recognition in there, but
those were like the top 3 stars of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, and that movie was terrible.
Yes.
It was really bad.
Horrible.
But, I mean, even that you can kind of watch, like, especially if you're really high, you can watch the Mario Brothers movie and enjoy it and laugh at it and make fun of it with a friend.
Yeah.
They tried to make it...
Manos transcends that. You can't sit down with somebody and watch Manos with the intention of, like, fucking off.
We're gonna fucking make fun of this piece of shit.
Because it's just so droning and
I can't even
unwatchable. Yeah,
it's like I almost want you guys to watch it so you know what the fuck we're talking about in terms of just like the pain of this movie.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
Sure.
Next question.
How's it going, Drunken Peasants? I'm just curious. What is your response to these retards who say that atheism is a religion, or that atheists are secret Christians who just deny God just so they can sin? Thanks.
You know, like, people who believe that are probably going to believe that no matter what you say. I don't even see any point in engaging with someone who's that closed-minded that they don't even trust your word for what you believe. And they think you're lying or part of some conspiracy or something.
Yeah, I mean, if the get-go jump-off point of a conversation is you're a complete fucking liar and I believe nothing that you're going to say, there really isn't a whole lot of a point carrying on a conversation beyond that.
I don't think that qualifies as a conversation, actually.
Exactly, right. You know, it's like if you're gonna start the conversation with "you're a liar" and I don't believe a word you say, then there's really nothing you can say at that point. Why would you even bother wasting your fucking breath?
Right.
What do you think,
sort of reminds me of like when folks who don't believe that people say they're born gay. Sort of the same concept, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you know, who knows you better than you? Some other fucking person. It's like, I know that you're really this way. It's like, no, you don't know shit about me.
Right.
I am the way I am, and you fucking don't know. So you're you, and maybe you understand you stuff, but you don't understand me stuff because you haven't even tried to get to fucking know me.
Right.
All right, move on to the next one here. Josh Daniels.
What's up, Drunken Peasants? My question for you guys is, why don't you guys criticize Mormons more? Because I feel like they're the most crazy out of all the crazy-ass fucking Christians. And you guys never seem to talk about them. And I'm just wondering why you don't ever say, hey, fuck Mormons.
Hey, fuck Mormons.
Yeah, fuck Mormons.
I don't know.
Hey,
I mean,
fuck Mormons.
I don't feel they're any more crazy than any other religion, honestly.
Right. I mean, it's all. I mean,
just because their religion's newer and it's based off of another religion.
That's kind of how people view it, though. Like everyone says, like, "Oh, Scientology, that's like the most batshit." It's like, really, it's not any more batshit. It's just
the
more
newest.
recent
Yeah.
batshit. That's all it is. And as Tim has probably noticed by now, our audience is predominantly black women. So
Basically. I was wondering why he didn't untie that knot in his fucking headphones.
Oh my God, you're right. That's pissing me off now that you pointed out.
And I'm like, what the
Shit.
fuck is that?
Oh
But,
my God, that's so lazy. Just fucking. I couldn't even stand that. That would piss me off. That just makes me angry to look at. Get him off the screen. I'm more pissed off at him for not untying his headphones than I am at Mormons.
I will do this, man. Let me do this, TJ, and unveil
Sure.
a truth about myself.
All right.
I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
So it's almost like Prince and Michael Jackson. They were both fucking Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, well, one of them's still alive, so he still is one.
Yeah, true.
I don't.
But,
was he raised? I don't even. Was he raised a Jehovah's Witness? Didn't he convert later? I thought he converted later.
Yeah, he did convert.
Okay.
But the thing is, that's why, like, when I was 15, I kind of took the advice of somebody similar to you, TJ, who said, man, you need to come out. And I kind of like said, look, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And I ended up having to leave home. So, like, I was in high school, like, living on my own because my people were definitely not cool. So, like, that's kind of the backdrop for some of that other shit, like, why I felt like,
right.
But I wish I would have waited till I got out of high school, but I understand what you're saying. Well, I just figured
that's why I made sure to preface it by saying that you should really evaluate your situation first. I wouldn't just say like everyone should do that because not everyone's parents are understanding.
Yeah, especially a religion like Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, like
it's a little more extreme.
You can't even take a blood transfusion.
Right, dude. No, it's like they disassociate you. I mean, I don't know if any of your listeners know about this shit, but but that's in the past. Me and Mom, we're cool now. But yeah, man.
Well,
and that's like, that reminds me of that Mormons, man, because like the Jehovah's Witnesses didn't even let like black people couldn't even be in their religion until like 1975 or something.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like Mormonism.
Same with the Mormons.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why.
Originally the Mormons said that black people were black because they were being punished for being neutral in the conflict of God, Jesus versus Satan. The black people were those who didn't take a side, and they were basically punished by by having black skin.
And then, but then there were like white Native Americans and stuff like that too.
Yeah, Mormonism is pretty fucking crazy. It's fucking wackier than an episode of Doctor Who.
I don't know. It's
they're
kind
fucked up.
of to me though. It's kind of like cute wacky. You know what I mean? Kind of like funny wacky, not like scary wacky like right wing mainstream Christianity
the
is.
magic pants and all that shit.
Yeah, the magic underwear is kind of cute. You know what I mean? The fact that they think that they're gonna people an entire planet after they die is pretty cute.
That's kind of neat though. It's kind of a better honestly, their heaven is probably the best concept of heaven I've heard. Because the Christian heaven is just like, there's like harps and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's lame.
And you're there with God, so you're like always kissing his ass.
And then the Muslims are like, fuck that shit. There's fucking virgin pussy up there.
There's
it's
just
like
a nonstop orgy going on.
But you only get 72 of them. I'm like, honestly, 72 virgins is not a lot for an eternity.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty fucking limiting. I mean, even if you just fuck one every 10 years, 720 years later, you fucking tapped all the pussy you got, and you got an eternity to go. So that's no good, really. But then the Mormons are like, fuck that. You get you get a whole planet where you're God. It's like, holy shit, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, Joseph Smith was like he was on point with that one.
Right. His heaven is probably
He was
the
like,
best I've
well,
heard.
Endless celestial sex.
Hey, yeah. The Mormon Jesus was conceived through endless celestial sex.
If it was endless, how is he ever conceived, though?
That Mormon cartoon is fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
Have you ever seen it before?
I have seen it. I've seen
Okay.
it. Tim, have you seen that Mormon
No,
cartoon?
I haven't seen that. No.
You got to watch that sometime. It's basically it's a cartoon that explains the belief of Mormons in a way that'll make you like really.
It
laugh.
looks like heavy metal. It looks like it's animated by the same people that did.
I'm pretty
heavy
sure it was
metal.
someone like fundamentalist Christians who did it, but it's actually still awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Next question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Ben, Scotty, middle-aged banana man.
Oh.
Yeah, stole that from Great Comfort, TJ. Anyway, I've got 2 questions for you guys. My first
No one
one
likes your
is,
questions.
Now that not Ray Comfort. Now that Brett Keane has been dealt with, who do you guys think will be the next arch nemesis of the Drunken Peasants podcast? And my other question is, what is your guys' personal opinion of G-Man? Like, if you ignore his religion and shit like that.
It's kind of hard to.
Like, what do you
ignore
guys
it.
think of him personally? I think he seems like a pretty cool guy. Anyway, thanks for taking my question, guys. I love the show. Keep up the good work.
I like how he's wearing a Pink Floyd shirt when probably like his grandparents listened to Pink Floyd.
I'm sure he listens to Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd is
I know.
timeless. Fuck you. Go to hell.
I know. I'm just saying.
I love Pink Floyd. Anyway, what was his first question again? I don't remember his first question. Oh, who's going to be the next nemesis? Well, Tim was our nemesis for a while, but it seems like he's
so
our
was
friend
Ryan
now.
Wiley. We've had a few of them.
Ryan Wiley, I think, is still our nemesis, but it's like a Cold War at this point.
It's a ceasefire.
I think
an
Ben
armistice.
I think Ben should do a heel turn and become an enemy of the Drunken Peasants.
Ooh,
Should
that
I?
would be a twist.
I know, right? No one would ever see that coming. Shh. As for G-Man, I think we kind of already discussed our feelings about G-Man later. I mean, we all kind of like G-Man to some extent. He seems like an earnest guy. He seems sincere. He's reasonably friendly. He's not, he's not really. He doesn't really. I mean, he kind of forces his opinions on you, but it's really not in a overtly, aggressive way, honestly. So.
The few negative points I'll say about G-Man is like he doesn't act like a man who's almost 40 years old, and you can explain something to him like 100 times, and he won't get it. Not because he's not smart enough to get it, but because he doesn't want to get it.
Right. The willful ignorance.
Yeah.
That's always sad to see. I think Paul likes G-Man too, but I'll let him speak for himself.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I can only handle so much G-Man. He's
Yeah,
one of those guys. He's one of those guys that's nice every once in a while, but it starts to grate on you a little bit. The nice making when he thinks that you're gonna burn in hell.
Right. And not only that, but like the fact that he turns so much towards that topic.
I like how he just proclaims himself the winner of a debate
My
or
favorite
a discussion.
I also like the way that, like, literally trying to explain any simple concept to him. I mean, like, if he wants to get the concept, he'll get it. But if he doesn't want to get it,
Right.
then you might as well just be bashing your fucking face against a wall.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys
So-
had a lot of conversations, a lot of debates with him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we've been through the ringer with G-Man a few times.
Yeah.
Damn, I sounded like a dumbass when I was like, you probably never had any black people on your podcast.
Right.
People are like, what the fuck is this dumbass doesn't know? G-Man's
Yeah.
like a fixture on this podcast.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I wasn't like really doing like the dumbass thing because I just figured like, well, he probably hasn't really seen much of the show.
Oh, no, I'm talking about your subscribers.
Right.
Oh right, yeah, I could see them being like, oh fucking moron, you don't know shit.
I'll tell you what though, like
we also had a black feminist on the show.
Yes, we did.
Tori something or another.
But yeah, G-Man
Awesome rants.
G-Man tries to rap though, and he's gotten better, but he's so like he has the worst like lyrical rhythm I've ever heard from anyone.
Why does he feel he has to rap? Is it because he's black? Does he feel he has to rap? Because I've seen people say he sucks at rapping.
He
doesn't
raps
have-
like John Cena.
He's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think he.
Have you ever Tim? Have you ever heard any of G-Man's rap?
I heard a little bit of it. Like, yeah, I got off. It was not. Yeah, I clicked off. It was bad. It was bad, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. Paul, what were you about to say? I'm sorry.
No, I think Tim's onto something. I think he thinks he's like, because he's a black guy, he's the heir to this ability to rap. And while I know people like to make sweeping generalizations like, white people have no rhythm and black people, do, there are exceptions to the rule, and G-Man is one of them.
Right.
Clearly, he's one of them. And so that's why I think G-Man does the rapping. And, if I were G-Man's confidant, if he were to talk, I'd probably tell him, on the real G-Man, take it down a notch with the rapping.
Take it down.
But honestly, I will say that his beats, or at least the beat for his last thing he did, was pretty good. And he said he made it himself.
He said he made it.
He said he made it himself. I mean, I'm assuming he's telling the truth. I don't want to assume he's a liar.
No.
But, if he really did make it, which I believe he probably did if he said he did, then I would say that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But, the rap itself was
He needs
not
a better
too good.
mic, too.
I don't know if that would help in his case. I think he just needs to stop.
All right.
He'd sound more clear, but he'd still suck.
Exactly. It's just higher definition suckage.
And I don't mean to team up on the guy because I don't know him, but I did hear the rap, dude. It wasn't good, so that's.
We're not even. I mean, look, we're not even being mean right now. It's just a fact that his rap sucks. I mean,
yeah.
No human being with like the ability to hear and recognize music would listen to that and be like, "This is good."
I see the troll G-Man in the chat room. It's not the real G-Man.
He's upset.
he's talking crap about your rap battle that you're gonna have with G-Man. TJ and G-Man are gonna have a rap battle.
Yeah. Even though I'm white as a fucking sheet of paper.
Hey, that's racist. Hey, Eminem is white. Eminem can rap.
That's true. He can.
Not just Eminem. There's a lot of good rappers out there that are,
Yeah,
white.
you're right. I shouldn't stereotype, but I am white. Not only on the outside, but on the inside.
You are very white. You are very
exactly. I'm white through and through, so there's no rap ability anywhere in me. But I still think I can beat G-Man. I'm pretty confident of that.
Damn.
All right, next one.
All right.
Why is he wearing a towel on his head? Okay.
Racist.
Mouth breather.
Yeah. What's he doing?
I don't know.
What's?
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, hold on.
Drunken Peasants, my second question for you is, what's the dumbest thing you've ever said on YouTube?
I went on YouTube with a towel wrapped around my head and breathed really loud, and then looked at the camera like.
Ben, the dumbest thing you ever said on YouTube was when you were drunk that one night, and you kept asking. You kept trying to refocus the debate that G-Man and Dusty were having to the same point that had already been discussed like several times before. You're like, and you kept explaining the situation. Like every 10 minutes, Ben was like, "Let's get back to the point here. This all began when G-Man said that he supports slavery, and Dusty said no, and then." Dusty said that Uncle Tom is anyone who did, and that was, and we need to talk about that, And I'm just sitting there like, Ben, just let me take it. I'll take it from here, Ben. I'll take it from here. You're not good.
And then I was talking gibberish later on.
I don't know what the stupidest thing I've ever said on YouTube is, but I think the
you did kiss fake Sagan on YouTube.
Well, that's not really saying anything. No, but probably I would say that at least from the audience perspective, me insulting soccer was probably the most pissed off anyone got.
Really?
Yes, I lost 2,000 subscribers for insulting soccer.
Wow.
Shit.
I made soccer, by the way.
Well, I do not, and I made a video about it years ago. And this is literally when I only had like, I don't know, I think I had like 20 or 30,000 subs, and I lost 2,000 of them in one fucking day because I fucking insulted soccer and basically said it was boring. And soccer fans apparently do not take that sort of dissent well, I guess.
They don't even like it when you call it soccer.
No, they were pissed that I even called it. It's football.
Football.
Right. Football. And they call American football hand egg.
Well, can I add something here?
Yes.
I think the dumbest thing I probably said was probably in response to you when I said, "Oh, if are you gonna call me a hoe? Then you a heterophobe, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Making that shit up right there, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
At least you know that, though.
People liked it, though.
I mean, it's entertaining.
I like it when you call them the amazing analyst.
Oh, yeah.
Analyst.
And then you said
That
because he
wasn't
examines
stupid. That
your
actually
ass.
applied to the argument.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
And he even I remember him even specifying, like, not analyst, analyst.
Because he examines your ass.
Your asshole in it. He magnifies your asshole in it.
Oh, man. Well, I think we're out of questions, and I need to get going, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the show up here.
No doubt.
Unless Ben has anything else on the agenda
No,
before
that's
we
all
need
we
to
got.
go. Okay. Tim or Paul, either of you guys want to say anything before we say goodnight
Yeah,
here?
feel free to say anything you want.
No, just thanks for having me, guys. As always,
Yeah.
it was a blast.
Oh, we fucking love you, Paul. I know that we give you some shit with our little contests and such, but like we honestly just love the fuck out of having you on the show.
Yeah.
And
Well-
Tim, you were a great guest as well. Thank you so much for dropping by. We really appreciate it. I'm glad that it wasn't the contentious bout that everyone wanted it to be. Yeah, I really enjoyed having you on as well.
Hey, man, I want to say thank you again, and thanks for telling people not to flag my channel. I appreciate that, and that was very Christian of you, sir.
Yes. Well, I am a devoted. My true the Amazing Atheist is just an internet persona.
Sloan.
My real persona, my real person that I am, Lance Sloan,
Yes.
is a devout Christian who believes in Jesus
That's
and loves
true.
him. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Yep,
We're gonna
thank
go ahead and
you.
let you go
All right.
before we shill Audible one more time.
Good night,
So
fellas.
you guys, good night, man. If you guys enjoy the podcast, you can support us by going to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants. You can support us, and you can get a free audiobook in the process. There's lots of great books on there, no matter what genre you like of fiction, or if you like nonfiction, if you like science books, if you have a reading list for school or something like that. Maybe you could find an audiobook of The Assignment. So there's lots of cool free audiobooks you can get, and you sign up for the trial, and it helps out our show, and we appreciate it very much when you do that. We
Yes.
also have, of course, the Drunken Peasants t-shirt. We're trying to sell 100 of these shirts before the end of August. We're at 20 right now. Ben, give them that URL again.
It is Teespring, TEESPRING.com/Drunken Peasants.
Yeah, so go to that URL if you want to check out our shirt and buy that. It also helps us immensely, and we think that we got a pretty cool shirt design there.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so that's pretty much the show. Thank you guys for watching. We love the fuck out of you. It's over. Go
Yes.
home. Go to sleep. Kill yourselves. We don't care. Just be back next week.
Yes.
Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you. Fuck your mother in a fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. That cunt is a douchebag, and I fucking hate him. He gets on his dumb fuck show and talks shit like that all the time. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
For you, the listeners of the Drunken Peasants podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a 30-day free trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. As I mentioned earlier, one of my favorite books is Stephen King's It. I don't know how long of an audiobook that would be, but, you know,
If you're looking for something to do with your time after the season finale of Game of Thrones, jump right into the audiobook of Stephen King's It. To download your free audiobook, go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants. Again, that's audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants for your free audio book.